hello. As usual, welcome to Natural Havoc. We are a group of people, friends, gamers, the like, and streamers that all decided to get together to play D&D, as you all know, on this here Natural Havoc channel, where we play D&D 5th edition. We have a load of homebrew rules thrown in, as well as some tweaks there, here and there. But yeah, we are veterans to the D&D system now, and although we did have a death maybe 2 weeks ago, there could be... No, I'm joking. Some mistakes will be made, but it's all part of the roleplay and the experience. So, I will now go around the room. We'll start with our wonderful tech wizard, and he will introduce himself and who he's playing today. So, take it away.
Thank you. Guys, I am Tim, much veteran, such WoW, and I'll be playing Arcturus again, the big blue Falcon Warlock. And, well, nothing more to say that I'm very excited for what's gonna happen today, so let's find out.
Awesome. And below Tim, we have Captain Socials. Take it away.
Who the heck is that? Anyway, hello everybody, I'm Eagle. I play Andros, the Loxodon Rogue, who's currently invisible, out of the shadows. Anyway, hello.
Well, that was very quick for you. You didn't even plug the socials.
I didn't, and we'll follow the socials, by the way. The Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and the Discord. YouTube, you can watch all our previous sessions, especially the one shot and the session where Grit died recently. And also, you can go follow the Discord where you talk to all of us, whatever you want. You can put some messages, like you can at Eagle and say, wow, Eagle, you look really handsome tonight. And I'll be, wow, thank you so much. And I'll really appreciate that, because no one ever compliments me anymore. Onion, back to you.
Thanks. And below Captain Socials, we have the wonderful Overlay Champion. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Smitty, and I play Maeve, the half-elf druid barbarian, who is now also a lifesaver. Yeah, I'm excited. Today is interesting because some of us are low on health and low on spells. So, yeah, exciting.
Thank you very much. And to the other side of the screen, we have the absolutely wonderful, handsome, and talented, recently deceased, but now alive.
Fuck you! Since everyone likes to keep bringing it up, Grint died recently. Grint died. Did you hear that? Grint died. And now, Grint's back, and he's got a fucking awesome druid eye that's really cool, and a sword. And Onion's given me the rules for the sword, so you best all be terrified, because the sword's real cool, okay? And he's half dead, half goblin now.
Nice. And if you couldn't gather, he plays Grint. Yes. And above res, we have the awesome YouTube uploader and titler. Take it away.
Yeah, the titles. I'm Agent Z. I play Erhard Weidstaff, the wild magic human sorcerer. That's it. And he's not low on health, he's not low on spells, but he's the usual squishy that he always is, so he still might die.
Thank you. And finally, above Zeb, we have the wonderful story writing, backstory, producing, lore diva.
It's been a while, though. Yes, my name is Lan. I play Shion, the resident diva warlock, and Miss is always right. At least she thinks she is, but yeah, well, we'll see. Not low on health, but low on spells, so... who knows what'll happen right now?
Awesome. And finally, I'm the DM. I narrate the stories, I play the bad guys, I kill the characters, and I do whatever in my power to make sure that these guys have an enjoyable yet tough experience. That's me. So I play the trees, the grass, the dogs, the cats, the birds, the bees, whatever you want me to play, or whatever the players try to interact with, including brick walls. That's me.
Can you play dead?
Can I play dead?
Yeah,
I could bring some undead into the fight if you like as well. Like, we could ramp this up. Is that what you're after?
He's too witty.
Okay, cool. Anyway, we are gonna kick off, and unfortunately, You guys are going to be a little sad because it's me doing the recap today because I've not asked Eagle or anyone else, so it's going to be a little boring from my end. It's not as crazy and as cool as the Eagle Outlaw. There you go, there's your compliment, buddy. Yeah, so we're gonna do that now. Cool. So our session began with a small figure appearing from a back door in the Tower of Inquiry, where the party had just defeated the Iron Golem. Introducing himself as Snaggletooth, the apprentice of Zoil Zabenta, the tower's owner. He was met with caution and distrust by the party, particularly the now disfigured Grint, for he hadn't helped them in the horrible fight. Snaggletooth explained that he was more of an alchemist rather than a combat mage, and that he had spent his time doing research in the tower ever since Zoil went missing about 6 years ago. The party agreed to look for the whereabouts of Zoil, as long as it didn't interfere with their other plans, and they asked Snaggletooth for objects inside of the tower, or information that might help them. This tower held powerful artifacts, one of which was a scrying orb. Arcturus grabbed hold of it, and upon looking into it, it tried to extract a name from him. He gave the name of his sister, with which he saw a vision of her in a vast desert with a man by the name of Taran, who Grint appeared to be familiar with. But before they could talk about it further, the door of the secret room slammed shut, and the party eventually left the tower. Snaggletooth, with the help of Eliash, had arranged for transportation, and soon enough the party was zipping through the forests of Elenasta on sleighs pulled by dire rabbits. Until at one point... Oh man, this cough. Until one point, they were stopped by a group of human-animal hybrids trying to fight off these gigantic, white-furred, four-armed, ape-like creatures. The party, still exhausted, not healed up from their fight with the golem, are now thrown into the fray as Andros, invisible, crouched behind some nearby rocks, seeing what was ahead of him, looks back to see a large ape leaping from the treetops down towards the next person running towards the battle, which is none other than the one that recently passed in their previous fight. So how will our adventurers do? Well, there's only one way to find out, folks. Can you please all roll me initiative? And I'll drag you over to the map.
Give me a token.
There you go. The tokens are there. I'm going to change the music real quick. And this one.
One day I'm going to stop doing this.
Is Olaf on here?
It's not, but do you want Olaf on?
Well, theoretically, he is in.
Flying high in the sky.
Yeah.
Senpai, I don't want to roll initiative.
Oh, wow, those are bad.
Okay. Olaf as a Raven?
Raven.
Place him where you want him.
Uh,
You can move him. So place him where you want him. I'll let you put him wherever you like.
I guess he was flying above, so he's just gonna
He
be
was.
somewhere.
Because he was giving you intel.
Like I put him on the bottom right, just so you know. Like he's kind of flying above the battlefield to a degree.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay. So, as you can see, I have already rolled for a few creatures. These are the lycanthropes that you see on the battlefield. They are okay. Oh my god, you guys rolled awful.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You said to 5 minutes ago, just roll well.
No, I
I
didn't.
And you
literally
won't
did.
die.
Hey, Shion and I did
Oh.
our parts. The rest, yeah.
Andros, why did you roll twice?
16's okay.
I know, right?
Feel I
If that's
didn't
my
forgot
highest
to click
score,
my
we're gonna
token.
die.
Oh, so Andros is an 8?
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine then.
Please take
All
that
good.
first one.
I need Grint. Can you roll it again while clicking the token, please?
Hey, yeah, sure, 100%.
Cheers, Pat.
Mr. DM, while Rez is
His
rolling his initiative,
Improvement.
since
Still a
I saw the lycanthrope to begin with, and I'm
Yep.
invisible, would I be able to at least move as the creature was leaping? Since I was invisible, the creature doesn't notice me. Also, I would see that's going after Grint.
I would say you can move, but you cannot move past Grint or
Yes.
past the Lycans.
Would I even get a chance to attack the creature if I know it's attacking
No.
Grint or no? Just
No,
move?
unfortunately not. I'll let you move because
Okay.
you were invisible and you saw
Yeah.
it happening just before Grint. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll give you a movement. Where do you
I
wanna go?
will then move here, but still invisible. I'll move. I'll get
Okay, so
closer to the
you
creature.
rush to try and help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's absolutely fine. Right, I'm going to roll for them. I've saved this roll so you guys get to see it in the flesh. Okay, well, that's a yikes. So, I need to see what the dex is. Dex
Bring
is
it.
higher.
I have not got a new character prepped, but bring it.
Okay. The rest of you are like running behind Grint as you're just a tad behind, but I've put you in an order. If you want to move where you are, by all means you can, but no one can be ahead of Maeve. And you'll be along that road. So if you want to swap places or go back one, you can do. I'll allow that.
I'm good.
I put you at the back because I thought that's where you'd want to be, but yeah.
Well, at least Grint has like 10 turns to come up with a new character.
Exactly, you know?
You can be one of
okay.
these lycanthropes.
Yeah, sure, of course he can. Right, okay, so that is now in order. My word, you guys rolled bad. So first up, I would say you probably don't see it because you've turned your back now, Andros, but you would have seen that all of these lycanthropes, these animal hybrid creatures, all stood on two legs, all have weapons. You would see that the one towards the back rushes back in as he starts attacking the one in front of him. So he will go for a short sword attack, which is a 15. So he does 4. Yikes. And then another one, which also hits. A 14 does hit. He does 8 points of damage. As you see him carve into the leg of this giant creature. And then you see him look in a panic, and he like jumps backwards, but in a way that a rogue would be familiar with, as he seems to be able to do some sort of cunning action of disengage to pull back from the fight, as he seems to just pull back a little bit, and he's like panting, holding this sword. Next up is the monkey boys. Okay, so we'll do Grint's first because he is attacking towards Grint. So first attack, Grint. A 15.
Misses.
Brilliant. Second attack, Grint. 18.
Hits.
8 slashing.
Oh, that's fucking nothing.
Third attack, Grint. 15.
Misses.
Fourth attack, Grint. 15.
Misses.
Fifth attack, Grint. An 8. As this
Misses.
thing just like pummels its fists down towards you and then lurches with its head to try and snap onto you. And this creature's like 12 foot tall. Then I will make the attacks for the others. So against the tiger guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit.
One of the claws didn't roll, just as a heads up.
Did it not?
No, he's only got 3 claws and a bite.
I have 4.
Oh, I can only see...
Before
okay,
the
sure.
damage.
Oh,
I see 4.
The 24.
yeah, okay.
Cool. No, it's all good. That threw me for a second. The bite missed, yeah, but the others didn't. So 16, 18, 23. Okay, you see a nasty hit towards the tiger, the were-tiger, and this one has a flame in one hand and a sword in the other. And just before it hit, it put the flame to the blade, and as it struck up the blade, the sword ignited. Next up, the next one is gonna go 1, 2, 3 on the wolf. So that's 2 hit. Ooh. So that's a total of 17. You see this one takes 2 pommels from the fists, and the wolf goes down to 1 knee and is like heavily breathing, as then the other attacks go towards the boar. Yikes. Both hitting. So that is 20 damage total. And again, the boar goes down to 1 knee as well, looking pretty hurt. And finally, the last one collides into the bear. 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, that was 5. Ignore the last one. Good job as well. So that is 1, 2, 3. And that. Oh, my lord, that does a lot. 18 plus 8 is a whopping 26 plus 10. 36? Holy cow. As, yeah, you see the bear just get absolutely pummeled, and he also drops to 1 knee, and all 3 of those that just were hit all look to be, like, rough, below half health, really struggling. Then, the werebear's turn, because you all rolled incredibly bad. So the bear will make a his lumberjack axe attack. So he'll swing once, 14, swing twice, 18. Yeah, both hitting. 15 minus 8. Then it is the werewolf's turn. Who is using a spear. Once, twice, only 1 hitting for 8 damage. Okay, Arcturus, you're up.
Yay. First of all, I'm gonna move a bit from the path to the south. And I trust Grind and Andros will hurt the one in front of me. So I'm gonna aim on the middle one with Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. As you just charge both your blasts towards the one ahead of you.
So it's a 26, natural 1,
That-
20.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Phew. That's big damage from
That
you.
is, hey, it's Archie boy, guys.
It is.
Second one is 18,
That definitely hits.
hitting for 10.
As you see, you take a chunk out of this one as it recoils and falls back, but then like pushes back on its fists and like comes back up ready to go for another round. Is that the end of your turn?
It is, yes.
Okay, at that, the wereboar will now make its attacks. If I can click the sheet. There we go. As it swings its maul up towards the creature. Only 1 hitting, unfortunately, for 9 damage. Okay, at that, the were-tiger will then make its attacks. It will do its flaming scimitar twice. Both hitting. 11, 20 total. Cool. Right, Shion, you're up.
I will position myself next to Arcturus.
Go for it.
And let's.
Can you just show me the pathing that you took there, please?
Oh dear, I was here, right?
Yep.
Can I like 1, 2, 3, 4?
Not a problem. Carry on.
Dodge the bullet there. Anyway, let's see how fire hits this thing, and I will chuck a firebolt then.
Go for it.
23.
And is this the one directly in front of you?
Yeah, the one.
Okay, yeah,
on
that
the
definitely hits. As yeah, you ignite some of the fur, and one of the hands kind of like pats it out. And yeah, keeps continuing fighting strong. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Andros.
Alrighty then. So I get an advantage on this.
You do because you're invisible.
Yes. So I saw that Grint did get hit. I'm gonna move around the creature, get right next to Grint. As I'm moving around, I'm gonna take my blackened hand, I'm gonna throw a punch at it. I'm gonna try to use the Catha's, what's it called again? The Catha's Blight.
Yeah, blight. That's it.
Yep. All right, here we go. Please hit.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh, there we go.
It definitely hits. You don't get sneak attack, I'm afraid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't.
Mm.
So you do 9 points of necrotic damage to it.
Mhm.
That's your action.
Yeah. And then my bonus action.
Yep, you come out of invisibility.
Yes. My bonus action. I'm gonna go ahead and Decatha's Might my friend Grint. I'm gonna like quickly tap Grint and heal him.
So yeah, so the descriptor that we see is like you grab one of the arms of this thing, and your arm pulses for a second with this like red hue, as you then see like life force being drained from the creature, and as he harnesses it in the hand, he places it on Grint's shoulder and releases it into Grint. And roll your Decatha's Might. Why did that roll twice?
I don't know. Well, no, it's healing. Wait, why'd I get?
I don't know why that come up twice. Unfortunately, we'll take the first one because that's the first one rolled. So you do heal 3 hit points, Grant.
Okay, and I take three as well.
You take what? Sorry.
I take the 3 off of me as well.
Yeah.
So from the 9, oh yeah.
Yeah. So you take half yourself and then you heal out half. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Grint, you're up.
Nice. Okay. So I've got a brand new toy to play with, and I'm very excited to use it. I need to ask a quick question first, though, to the great and powerful DM. Is hitting classed as the effect of an attack? For specifically, you can use this maneuver before or after making the attack roll, but before any effects of the attack are applied.
Yeah, so you can swing to hit and then choose to use the maneuver after you've hit or not.
Cool. You'll tell me if I've hit or not, and then I can choose to use it.
So if you hit, you can then use your thingy.
No. So this is my precision attack that gives me the bonus to hit. It says...
Yeah, so you can use that if you know if you've hit or not.
Okay, cool.
So, like, basically, if you miss, you can be like, right, I'll use it.
Yeah, cool. I just wanted to know whether hitting was the effect of the attack, or if I just have to
I'm happy
guess off the roll whether I'd hit or not.
No, I'm happy for that, yeah.
Dope. Okay, first attack then. I'm clearly attacking this big scary creature.
Are you doing any Great Weapon Master? Are you doing any extra stuff? Because I know you have a few things in your bank that you can do.
I know that I've got disadvantage on this attack, so I am not using Great Weapon Master, or else there is no chance in hell that I would hit. Motherfucker, I'm probably going to hit either way.
So, 17 hits. That is correct.
Cool. Grand.
Roll the damage for
22 slashing damage.
Yeah. Not a problem. You cleave with this gigantic sword straight down its chest. And you just see like a tear rip through it. And you start to see like blood just pouring out of this wound.
Nice. Second attack.
Go for it.
Ooh, that's a 12.
Unfortunately missing.
That's fine. I'll use the superiority
Go
dice.
for it.
Just roll that. Okay. 16?
You hit.
Yes.
So you swing the sword for a second time round?
Yeah. Another 22 slashing.
You are rolling pretty well on these rolls, my word. Okay. You cleave this thing in two. As you cleave down through the head, through the body, into the ground, as it just splits open and falls to the side.
Who said dying was a bad thing? That's really cool. I think that's it for my turn.
Okay, not a
I
problem.
haven't even used my Fury of the Small yet. Okay, cool.
Ahad, you're up.
Well, with that out of the way, I'm like just prancing forward. I need to check how far though. Double check that. Oh god, that's very far. Please don't die. How do I do the direction thingy
Grab
again?
your
Like,
token with left click, then right click, and then you'll see how far it is.
what? Oh god, that moves my.
Just move your token, Zeb.
That's
Come on.
sorry.
50 something
30.
sessions.
I get 30 feet, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I never do the pathing thing. Like, it's
Okay. Where what are you
Anyway.
doing? What the hell is going on here?
I'm
Remove them numbers.
I'm gonna get out my flute
Yep.
and cast a Nether's Mischief.
Okay.
20-foot cube you can see within range at 60 feet distance.
Okay.
I would like a 20-foot cube. Oh god.
Where are
Draw
you
me.
putting it? Use your
Uh,
ruler and I'll be able to see.
Like a 20-foot cube, like that, right? That's 20-foot cube?
So like that?
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Okay. And then I roll on the mischief table, which I understand a d4, and then I get the effect, right?
You tell me it's your spell.
Well, maybe it happens if I click on it.
There you go.
No, it doesn't. Fine, I will just roll d4.
So roll a d4.
And that is each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of your next turn. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all its movement to move in a random direction.
Okay, not a problem. So wisdom saves.
Yes.
They're really good at these.
I assume.
One succeeded, so the left one
Okay.
didn't.
Okay.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
God, I hate that question. Yes, I believe so because I can't
Okay.
do anything else.
Maeve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seeing the dead creature in front of her now, she is going to use her movement to get to about here. I'm assuming I can step over that, right? That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tree.
You're all good, yeah.
She's going to use erupting earth, pretty much a little bit further down, but in that radius where I had just cast a spell, just hitting both of those apes.
Is it also 20 foot?
It's a 20-foot radius, so it's got to have to be a bit further down.
Oh, is it bigger?
Radius, 20-foot radius, yeah.
Is that like that? Is that how radius works?
It's
Radius
40
is
wide,
from
I
the center.
think, right?
Yeah, radius
Yeah,
is
so
from the
20,
center.
so 40 wide, but
Oh
circle.
my lord. Where are you putting this?
Well, I gotta put it, I think, somewhere around here to hit the apes, but not the people, or like here, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I think you could angle it in just a way so it's 40. So it's
Sorry, not a spike growth, not erupting earth, but you know what I
right.
mean.
Okay, yeah. So if you put it like here, yeah, if you put it here, he will be in it. So one down. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
you put it from here.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm assuming
Okay.
the bird's flying.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
I am-
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so he's fine. So spikes start to grow as the earth starts to shift, and like thorns but the size of humans start erupting out of the earth as she casts this, and I will actually cast it. And this now also becomes difficult terrain, and the creatures trying to walk in this take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet that they travel. You're muted.
I was just saying, I'm not going to be able to do that, so I give up on that idea. We know. Okay, so it's basically this bottom section, and they are both just in it, right?
By
Yeah.
the way, my
so
square
they.
stays. I'm on concentration.
Your stays?
Yes, it's a concentration spell.
The area doesn't stay, though, right? It's just the
Yes,
concentration on the effects?
the area. The area I can move.
Oh,
that square,
okay.
as far as I understand.
Sure. It was like
Oh
this.
no! Before I roll 10 feet. That's a really weird description.
I'm going to
but
leave that
whatever.
there for now. Cool.
It's
Right.
close.
Yes, we got it. Both of them are in it. Not a problem. AoE moves, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Sure. So nothing happens right now, but when they move, they take damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Is that the end of your turn?
I can't move any further. I don't
Okay.
think.
Not a problem. The were-rat, a little concerned, will run back in again to try and help his buddy.
His little
And
friend.
he will stab.
Just a little
Missing.
guy.
Stab, hitting for 6 piercing, and then we'll disengage and back up. Okay, then it's the ape's turns. Okay, the top ape against that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my
Ooh.
lord.
Nice
That's a lot
knowledge.
of hits.
Oh, he did.
27, 32. Oh my god, 37, the exact hit points he had left. Okay.
Wait, get another diamond, mate.
He went down.
Uh,
And the
Just
next
a
ape.
short question. Sorry.
Mhm.
The apes that I cast on which one got the incapacitated? and
The
which one
left hand one. This is this one now.
The one with the
Okay.
dot.
Oh, that's why
Yeah.
it has a dot. I see.
Yes. And it is incapacitated, which, if I remember correctly, means it can't use actions. Can't take actions or reactions. Correct. Okay. But it has to move randomly.
In a random direction. Yeah, use all its movement in a random direction. However you determine in random directions, up to you.
I'll roll a d4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. North, east, south, west. 4. It can't move.
It can move north.
North is 1, so it'd be west is 4. It cannot move west because it cannot move through someone's square.
That's dumb.
It can't
Anyway.
move through an enemy. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
D&D rules. It cannot move through an enemy, so it can't move.
Fine.
It doesn't do anything. It loses a turn. And
But
then
it
the
doesn't move
final
out of-
one. Sorry? You're muted.
I'm just
Okay.
salty. It's fine.
It's okay. Not a problem. Okay, so this one's on the bear guy. 1, 2,
Oh no, bear guy's
3.
not looking good.
Okay, so that's 27. He is just standing. That's the end of his turn. The bear guy's now up. Mr. Bear. Which sheet is Mr. Bear? I've got like 10 sheets up, I swear. We'll use his lumberjack axe to swing at it. Ooh. As he decapitates the head off of one of these things. That one dies. And then he starts panicking and like falls to his knees as he looks up towards his allies. Next up is the werewolf, who will now attack towards this one here with his spear. 1, 2. Damn, I'm rolling well for these guys. As he then kills that one. And that one falls down dead. And then Arcturus.
Yay. First of all, I'm gonna move myself to here.
Yep.
No, one back to this because that's the one. Yeah, to there. And then I am gonna thrust on a spell which I haven't used very much, but it's called Scorching Ray.
Go for it.
And since one ape is left, well, all 3 of them will be hitting
Go for it.
one. First 9 will miss.
9 misses, yep.
25.
Does hit, so it takes 6 points of damage.
And because I forgot that last time, I do an additional damage of my elemental gift thingy.
You do.
Genie's Wrath.
Is it just 1 point of damage, or is it a dice?
Let me quickly check. I believe it was
damage.
proficiency. Where did it go? It's somewhere. Elemental, no. God damn it.
It should be near the bottom of your genie stuff, the first level stuff, I believe.
Genie's Vessel.
I think it's near the bottom of that one.
Deal extra damage to the target equal to your proficiency bonus of the determined patron, which is fire, and my proficiency
And what's
bonus
your
is
proficiency
3.
for? Is it
3?
3? Okay.
Yeah.
So -3. Awesome. And then your final one.
Yes. My
Yes.
final one will be a 10.
Unfortunately missing. As all 3 go, 2 go awry, but 1 hits it square in the chest, and then you see it hit, and then blue flame like bursts from it as your patron of Malakesh infuses a little bit of extra fire onto it. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
At that, you hear the werebore scream out towards his fallen companion as he shouts, I'm definitely not looking up a note, Ilda! As he just starts rushing towards the were-tiger as he sees it as fallen. As he runs up to here, and then with a maul, smacks towards that. Too many things open. You're the boar, there we go. As you see him charge and his tusks protruding out, he charges towards it. Sorry, she charges towards it as she then jams one of her tusks into the ape. So we'll go for a tusk attack first, which unfortunately misses, and then swings the maul around to try and connect, which also misses. But you can see this werebore is just in like a blind rage at this point, trying to save clearly its companion. I'll roll a death save for the were-tiger. That's 1 success. Okay. Next up, Shion.
I assume I didn't see all of that from where I'm standing because there's quite a bit of trees in the way.
You would have heard some shouting. You'd have heard the name Ilda, and then that'd have been it.
Yeah, that means absolutely jack shit. But still, I'm gonna take a look. Let's see. So I'd probably get up here. Maybe. Can I see a bit more from there?
Yeah, there are trees here, but you can see through them. There's like gaps in the brushes and stuff, so you can see onto that platform.
Okay, I'll chuck my chakrams at that thingy.
Okay, what are the range of your chakrams?
60 feet. So.
Oh yeah, then you're all good. But I believe it's at disadvantage because it's 25 foot away.
Yeah, that could very well be, but yeah, I couldn't move any further, so yeah.
That's okay. Give it a go.
I'll give it a go. 19.
That hits.
Nice. And then my second one misses.
Yeah, and as that one that gets stuck in like the branches a little bit, and you like have to like jump up and pull it out. But yeah, awesome. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Andros.
All right. Well, I can see it, right? I can see from here where I'm standing.
You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my bow, and I'm gonna turn towards it, and I'm gonna steady aim, shoot an arrow at this thing.
Go for it. So advantage shot with the bow.
Yes.
You do not get sneak attack. Oh wait, you do because of
I
steady
do
aim.
because
Ignore
yeah.
me.
21.
21 hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
And I'll
19.
do 19.
You fire and it embeds into the neck and it goes to fall down and you're like, yeah. And then it just kind of stands still as it has not gone down yet. It's just surviving.
How far away is
Great.
it?
It is. You'd have to go round. You couldn't go through those trees. You'd have to go
Okay.
round them.
Can I bonus action throw a dagger since it's 30 feet?
It'd be at disadvantage.
I'll throw a disadvantage.
Go for it.
All right.
Just
So
pull out the
I'm gonna-
dagger. Whip.
yeah, I'm
throw
gonna
it,
just kind of snap my finger.
Yeah.
The glove of bonding dagger comes out, and I just kind of throw it.
Go for it.
Alrighty. And this is the offhand, right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll go this. Why not? It didn't show up. Wait. There we go.
Ooh, okay. And as
It does. Yeah.
you flare your hand out and the blade appears, you just look through the bushes as Shion's jumping up to grab her chakram, and you throw the dagger, and as it spins, it goes through the center of the chakram, flying through the bushes, and embeds into the skull of the ape, as the ape rocks back and forth, and then slumps forward onto the ground. And that is technically where combat ends.
Can I rush over and use Spare the Dying on the tiger?
You do? Okay, not a problem. Yeah, you run on over and cast Spare the Dying. And as you do run on over, the wereboar turns to you. Who are you?
The Iron Vortex, we're here to help.
Thank you.
And I
And
just
warily, very warily, is like looking towards you. Like it sees you cast a magic, and then the wounds seem to like close up and the breathing begins to normalize, but still unconscious of the were-tiger. But the boar is holding them all, staring at you, like glaring, almost death eyes sort of staring, just in case you try anything.
I'm sorry I cannot do much more, but at least he won't bleed out anymore.
Where did you come from? Who are you?
Well, I guess we were just in the right place at the right time. You can call us a mercenary band of sorts. Anyway, you seem to look like you were in trouble.
She doesn't say anything, but she maintains eye contact with you as she kneels down and takes one hand off the maul and just applies two fingers to the throat, trying to find a pulse of some sort to the neck of the were-tiger in front of you. She's still glaring at you, and she feels the pulse, and she just nods.
Dave would have walked over behind
Yeah.
Sean eventually too.
Yeah, and then
And
the wereboar stands up and readies herself again, just in case, because now she's a bit outnumbered.
don't worry. We're not here to attack you. I can help. And I eye her up if she's going to do anything, because I'm about to kneel down.
Yeah, she's just kind of like glaring at you and just kind of turns the maul kind of in your direction so that she could just, if she needs to, she could hit you with the end of it in case you tried to hurt her companion.
He might jolt as he might take a deep breath, okay? That's normal. I'm healing him.
She, yes.
Sorry, it's, the fur, it's a little...
She just like gestures down towards her.
And Maeve will cast Healing Word
Okay.
on the tiger.
Roll your healing word, please.
Mm-hmm. Just at level 1. And they get 4 healing points back.
Nice. And yeah, they cough a little bit and jolt forward, and they kind of like sit up. Is everybody okay? And then they look towards you, and you start to see the furry features and the ears start to sink into them, as you then see an elven face, an elven woman with a blonde ponytail, wearing these leather scraps of armor and whatever clothing she seems to have on her, which is like a tattered tunic and tattered trousers. She like gets up to one knee and looks at you all, and you see she grabs her scimitar to the side. You see a bow across her back with a quiver and this maroon scarf around her neck. And she looks up at you all and says, Why do you help us?
At this point, Grint's got his hood up and his head
Yep.
down and the giant sword, and just nudges Ondros in the back with the pummel and just goes, "Not her too."
What do you want about? And I'll at this point I'll step away. I'll step up forward and I'll snap my finger. The dagger will come back in and I'll sheath it. He's like, well, I mean, I'll try to do a little cool. I'm gonna try to make it like stylish. Like I'm out to impress. And I'll put it away. And well, I mean that's what we do. The name's Andros, and we're, as our friend Shion said, we're the Iron Vortex, a group of travelers.
Unbound! Relieve your forms. And as she says this, the wereboar's form shrinks a little bit, but the tusks remain as you see a half-orcan woman. You also see that the werewolf shrinks down to a half-elf man who looks to be early 20s. He doesn't look very old at all. You see the were-rat shrinks down to an even smaller form, which looks to be a very young tiefling, maybe just hit adulthood, 17 at most. And then in the back, you see the bear form. You expect it to shrink, but it doesn't, as you see this very large, muscular, human man with this big barrel chest. He's like this huge, like, lumberjack-looking man. Out of all of them, they're all wearing clothes, apart from the werebear, who has no top on, but he just has, like, these shorts on, and you can just see this wiry-haired chest with all his muscles out. And he kind of, like, slinks the lumberjack axe over the shoulder and starts to saunter over, but you can see there's, like, blood pouring from his leg and his chest. But yeah, they circumvent the spiky terrain nearby as they all walk on over.
So you guys are like our friend Maeve here. You guys can wait. These guys can turn into animals. What is?
Andros, I don't think they're druids. Are you?
We are not druids, no. You're not from around here, I take it.
Not by a long shot.
We are not. No.
I
Not in a while?
technically but I haven't been for a while. I haven't been to these parts per se.
I will have everyone that's been to Elenasta before roll me a history check. I will say, Grint, you can roll it with advantage because you have actually lived there for a longer period of time than most.
I'll just check. I did actually roll this last session, and I
Did you?
failed.
Ah!
Yeah, it was just
Oh.
to find them out.
Wasn't that for the gorillas?
Oh, it might have been for the gorillas.
I think
that's
that was for the gorillas.
Okay.
I don't believe it was for these people.
I have a
Okay,
70.
cool. History check, yeah?
Yeah. So far, everyone's got it right. Okay, never mind. Grint doesn't know. Maeve, you definitely know. When she said the word, the Unbound, you remember stories of these transforming hybrid forms as a kid. They were like stories that they would use that the Unbound will snatch you, the Unbound will take you. And they were kind of like a folklore of people that were lycanthropes. And they were a community of people that were all infected, that would steal children at night if you stayed up too late, and that sort of thing. And Ahad, you get most of this as well. You've heard bits here and there of this. Maeve, what you know is from your very limited time in Elenasta. Occasionally in your childhood, men would arrive saying that there had been a sighting of one of these things nearby, and your whole town would be in lockdown, and you would all be sent indoors, shut in, bolted in for safety. And these men would come and hunt these things, these creatures, to arrest them and do whatever they used to do in the big city with them. But yeah, I would say you had never met one, but you had heard of them and heard of these rumors that there might have been some near your town when you were just a child. But it's very vague information. And Ahad, you basically get all of that apart from the fact that people used to hunt them. You didn't know that.
Well,
What do I remember?
I honestly would say, like, I mainly heard also from Mummy Fortuna
Yeah,
that
and,
they
like,
were actually
travelers.
looking for them near the woods.
Yes, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Grint, the Unbound. You get the sense that these are like a circus troupe. You're sure you've heard of the Unbound Circus Troupe? They're really good at turning into the animals and like jumping through rings of fire and stuff. That's what you're pretty sure happens.
I
head's
will
still down.
relate to the group about them being kid stories, and the Snatchers will get you, the Unbound will get you, but I will not mention out loud to the party what I know of them being captured and taken to the city.
I will just say, like, know that we come in peace and we don't mean any harm. We're just traveling through, and we saw these huge apes attacking you, and they didn't look nice, so we thought to help.
Well, we were tracking one of them. We did not know that there were more in the vicinity. We were currently going through Harper's Rite of Passage.
What is that?
When you come of age as a lycanthrope, you must be tested to see if you can control your form in combat. We test them as young as 16 to fight nearby beasts, to cleanse the world of such evils. We call ourselves the Unbound because we are bound to no laws of men. We are bound to no titles. We are bound to no rulers or kings.
So what rules do you follow?
We merely survive, and we have one law within our clan.
And that
You
is?
must not turn another.
Is that how you become one?
If you are bitten by a lycanthrope, there is a chance that the infection, the disease, will spread.
So, do you guys all have, like, I don't know, a hideout somewhere? It sounds like you're very secretive about it, and if you're
The
saying
half-orc-
you're not turning,
The half-orc, when you mention like a secret place or something, kind of like stands a little taller and like glares towards you.
cause you say you're not allowed to turn anyone, but I assume all of you were turned.
Correct.
So there's a safe haven where you guys can go.
Yes, let's ask people who we met 5 minutes ago where their secret hideout is.
Sorry.
Never mind him, darling.
He's
I'm
not the
just
very
trying to
social
understand.
one of our group. He doesn't really understand maybe social normalities. Maybe questions like, hey, where do you live? Might not be a really good question to begin a conversation with. Sorry, he doesn't understand that. He's not really used to social.
The large human man steps forward, and he walks right up to you, Erhard, and he places a hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Don't worry, it's fine. It's all good. We won't tell you where we live, because we like to try to be secure in our homes. If you know, others know. If others know, bad for us. We won't tell you, but we appreciate your help here, friend."
I understand, and I'm glad you're safe. That's all I wanted to know.
He grins a toothy smile.
So about what happened here, were you hunting those creatures or were they hunting you?
Well, you see, one was being hunted by us, others hunt us. Little Harper here, and he pats the back of this really young-looking tiefling who kind of like stumbles forward, and he was the were-rat that you saw earlier. And he looks at you and he's like, "Yeah, we were hunting that one," and he points to one off in the distance. As you can see now, a little bit further along the track, there are 2 more dead that were dead before you even got here.
Well, it seems you got yourself a good haul.
Yeah, I managed to kill one, but the others, Ida and those, they got the other one, and quite a few of the others. But thanks for helping me. Ida, does this mean that my rite of passage is complete? And the were-tiger elven woman like turns. It'll do.
Well, since you guys all changed back into your, more normal form. I guess it's my turn. I'm just kidding. Anywho, it's good to meet you guys, by the way.
As you say that, you definitely notice that Harper's eyes like light up, thinking that you're some sort of were-elephant.
It'd be really cool if I was.
What if you were transforming before, now you were transforming back? They would think you were a baby thingy. I whisper this to Maeve, by the way. Like,
I'm sure they know what druids are, right?
I hope so.
They're Lanasta. I think they know.
True.
But you guys, if you don't mind me asking, I've heard a few stories about you when I was a kid, but like, what is it that you do? You just simply survive?
We hunt whatever we can in these parts. We try to stay off of the main roads until things prevent us doing so. And she gestures to the giant apes around her. And we keep to ourselves. We stay out of the eye of humanity. And we survive. We take in those that are lost. Like Harper here. 3 years ago, found him scurrying around beside a pond nearby. He'd been bitten by other were-rats and managed to survive and escape them. When we found him, we hunted those down that did this to him. We gave them a choice, to conform or to die. And now Harper is one of our own.
So
Harper, as of right now, is officially an unbound.
there is lichen folk that is good, or neutral, I should say, perhaps, and there's lichen folk that's not, and bites, and
There are lycanthropes that unfortunately lose control to the beast. The beast within that takes over. There are ones such as ourselves who manage to keep a firm grasp upon it.
Are there many?
Well, let us say we have 38 within our town. Men, women, and children.
That is quite the
Right,
number.
It certainly
how
is.
many
but
of them roam? Sorry, how many of them roam as not good ones, the ones without the control? Is
I
it
couldn't
more?
tell you.
Should we be worried?
Countless. Well, if you've never met a lycanthrope before, until now, I would say that if you do meet them in the wild and they are more ferocious, more aggressive, keep a distance, but I'm sure you can all handle yourself. If you do get bit, try to see to it as quickly as possible. And if you do find yourself lost and bitten, come and find us. We'll help you control it.
Not
That's
gonna
good
ask.
to know.
Good to
That's
know.
good to know. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Andros,
Yes.
you spot something.
Oh, I do. Okay.
You spot a glinting piece of silver around the neck of the half-elf. I'm going to need you to make me a perception check on top of this. You only got to see the glimpse of it because of your passive. I now need a perception check to see if you see what it is.
26.
Yeah, you do, baby. Okay, you see round the neck of this half-elf a very similar item. You see a silvered wolf's head on a chain. Something that you, I believe, still have in your possession. What you also see, because you got a 26, is each one of them has the head of the form that they take. you see a boar's head on a chain round the half-orc, a tiger's head around the elf. And now that you've seen it, you can see even the bear, it's kind of in the hair of his chest, kind of just dangling, but you now see that it resembles a bear's head as well. And now Hesper, you notice Harper, the tiefling, you do not see that chain, but you have just heard that he's only just become an unbound as of now.
Hey. Yeah, I will like step forward and I'll pull out that necklace and I'll show it to them like immediately.
Yeah, and you see the head cock of like 3 of them. Like they all kind of like confused as to why you have it. And the werebear. Friend, why do you have such a trinket?
A friend of mine who saved my own life was a lycanthrope as well. She was from Arkenvale, a good friend of mine, and she died, and the city was attacked.
What was her name?
Ashenhow.
Ah, Ashenhowl. She's dead.
Sadly, yes, she's dead.
Well, that is a shame. She left the Unbound 5 years ago. Decided to go out into the world. Do as she wished. We told her that if she turned anyone, we'd find her. But she was free to do as she wished. Good friend. Good arm wrestler. Beat me a few times.
You know, she's good. She's alright. She's alright.
I am sorry for your loss. By all means, wear it with pride, but do not let the Golden Order see this.
Why so?
We wear it as pride, but when our brethren are caught, they know it to be a mark of our people.
Well, I'm
Do
sorry
you
for
not-
your... Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You got it.
Little lady, what did you say?
No, the lycanthrope that is aggressive, are they the cause for you to be hunted by the city?
Golden Order little brains, you see? They do not see difference between people that can control and people that can't. They see all as risk.
Hey, that makes a lot of sense.
Also, some years back, troubles with, yes. We've had a few instances where our kind has maybe not done good things, at least according to them.
Do you know of a town? I'm sure a lot of towns look like this, but do you know of any towns that you know of in Elanasta that have a river flowing past it
Many.
with
Yes.
really, really big trees, but mostly elven society living there?
Unfortunately, little lady, trees pretty big everywhere in Elanasta.
know.
Quite a
Yeah.
few rivers, quite a few ponds. If you
Mhm.
follow main road, I'm sure you'll find one. Do you have a name?
Fortunately not, no. Just a memory of a vision.
Ah, one of those ladies. Okay. Well, by all means, if you need to take carcass, hides, by all means, take your fill. You helped us.
I mean, if you want, we're traveling as well. Actually, I mean, I don't know if you guys. Is it getting? Is it? Do I see the time? What time is it? Like, what does it look like?
It's probably around about 6, 7 p.m.
Oh, we're gonna be making camp soon anyway. If you guys, you know, maybe I'm sure you guys would like to just sit down and rest for a little bit. I mean, we've been traveling a good portion of the day. We're about to probably set up before too long as well. Make camp somewhere. If you guys are, maybe there's some information we can gather from each other. I would-
Do you hear this? They want to make camp with us, lycanthropes. They want to sleep in camp next to people that can turn them. These people nice. And Ilda kind of like looks over. I would advise that you don't. We will be making camp in an hour's time deeper in the forest. If you wish to follow, it is entirely your decision. But just remember what we are. If the beast does overcome us, there could be casualties.
Is there more risk of the beast overtaking at night?
No, but Harper here is still young. Hence why we are here to make sure that nothing happens. But there is always a risk, especially when people are around that are susceptible to such things. I can no longer be bitten because I'm already a lycanthrope.
Good point.
Let them
That's a very
go.
good point.
I'm sorry to say, guys, but it's considering the circumstances where we're in, like we had battles we're not fit. We should not take this risk.
We've also got
Go.
Galoin with us.
True.
Quick question: is there, or what way would be the fastest to another village?
There aren't many villages or towns between here and Stillwater. There are druid groves, but I cannot imagine they would allow some of you to enter. And she like looks at Shion a little bit, and like Arcturus, who look a little bit more upper class than the rest of you, and kind of like looks at them too, and then kind of like, druids are particular with who they keep within their groves. Your best bet would be camping, I'm afraid.
Makes sense.
Stick to the main
All
road,
right.
and I'm sure you'll be okay.
All right. Well, that's good to know. At least we know we wouldn't be traveling into Nightfall trying to reach a town if there's no point trying to get there.
Yes, Stillwater's a few days from here.
All right. Well, thank you for
Thank you.
letting us know. And yeah,
Find
the best
yourself
to
in the
you.
jungle. Howl real loud. One of us will find you.
oh, we
All
can.
the best.
All the best.
All the best to you.
And safe travels.
Thank you. And to you as well. Try not to get caught in a pack of 5 Gorillion.
No, please no. That doesn't sound very fun.
Certainly doesn't.
Do they hunt in packs often? Like, does this kind of thing happen?
1 or 2 maybe. I've never seen so many as 5 in one area.
Okay.
Good information to have.
Oh wait, there's 6. Did that one jump on? Ah, makes sense. Right, well, it was a pleasure, Iron Vortex. We need to get Harper his medallion.
Stay safe.
Take care. And she like puts a hand up, does like a swirling motion, and then like points it forward, and then all of them start walking. As you then see the werebear walk in front, as he forms into a full bear, and then starts running through the woods. She then looks back at you all, nods, and then turns into like an actual tiger and chases after him into the woods, and all of them change in, apart from Harper, who just runs behind them because he turns into a rat, which would be much slower.
It's an interesting group. I mean, I thought our group was really weird. That might take the cake for me. That might be the winner of weird groups. You know?
Imagine if we were all druids. I feel like it would kind of be like that.
I mean, yeah. You know, honestly, it makes me think, is there a thing as were elephants out there? Imagine if there was. Like, imagine if I got bit by a were elephant and I just turned into a bigger elephant. Like, that would be cool, right? That would be probably one of the coolest things ever, right?
Are we setting up camp here for the night?
You know why I
Probably
asked
not
them
here.
questions?
Not between the carcasses of dead animals. I wouldn't
Also,
suggest no.
maybe not where they might know where we are in case that dude, the young dude, comes back looking for us. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be a were rat. Like, I
Then
feel like
let's
if all
stop
the were
chatting
animals...
and start moving. And Grint
Hey,
just gets
Erhard?
up off the rock he was sitting on and starts walking back towards the sleds.
He's
Can
moody.
you? Can you
I'll join Grin,
press-
so I'm like,
Do you know that cleaning thing that you do? Can you do that without tracks?
Who? Me?
No. Well, yeah, if you can, but I know that Arad can clean.
I guess I can try, but it's more of a small area thing. So I would have to like constantly be on the floor and
You would also know that you're going back to your sleighs, so you could always move out further, which would then disturb your tracks because you'd have to come back through here anyway.
True.
Okay.
Well, we'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll be
All right.
fine. We're, a group of awesome adventurers with a moody small man and everyone else.
So, for the sake of brevity, you all return to your sleighs, you get back onto the relevant sleighs, and you continue on for like another 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we can.
I will say you continue on for another 2 hours until you get right to the edge of the forest on your left-hand side, and you just see a cliff face that goes down, and there is a river in front of you that runs all the way down to a waterfall that goes over the edge of the cliff. And as you guys get towards it, the wilder rabbits start to slow as Galoin points over to like a small alcove in like a hillside just next to the cliff, and he's like, we could camp there. It's a little more defended.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
He pulls on in. Galoin starts taking care of all the wilder rabbits, setting them off, letting them loose, giving them carrots and such. He lets Samuel, Tenko, and Jasper have a little run around this side as well. Starts setting up your camps and the campfire, your little tents and stuff. Eliash, she seems to be deep in thought as she sits with her feet over the cliffside, just looking out to the vast world ahead and the borders of Arantis over off in the distance.
Grint pushes her off.
she-
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, as she casts Fly, turns around, Finger of Death. No, but yeah, she just kind of sits there just looking out, listening to the waters crashing down as she's kind of just thinking about things. What are you all doing as it creeps into evening?
I'm gonna try to
gonna
go
use-
hunting for some
I'm going to use my
food.
Wanderer ability and do the hunting. Because I can
Okay.
automatically get food for 5 people.
Would you go
Um,
with Andros?
No.
No. Okay.
My,
Sure.
Also, while Grint's out there, he's going to look for something like vines, and if there's scrap leather or even wood. Basically, he's going to try and make an eye patch for himself.
Okay. Nice. I like that idea. Roll me a survival check. See if you can fashion something together with the local flora and 100%.
21.
Yeah, you managed to find some good materials that you can use to fashion this eye patch together. It's a little bit rudimentary because obviously you're doing it in the wild, but it definitely does the job that you wish for it to do. While you're doing this, Andros, you go hunting. Survival check, please.
Okay, sure.
Because you go out into the wild hunting as well.
Yeah.
And Grint automatically succeeds with 5
I will not
people's worth of
succeed.
food. Andros has gone a little while.
Yeah.
What's everyone else doing?
Well, I would like to kind of check the layout of the camp, and I guess if anyone's like kind of standing around, like Maeve or Arcturus maybe, to asked them if they think it would be useful for me to cast my Leomund's tiny hut, but it's only limited to 9 creatures, so the animals would probably have to be excluded.
The animals are like outdoor animals. Yeah, so they can like roam around, go hunting, be on their own. They'll be fine.
Sure. And I will find like a central spot and cast the 10-foot radius mobile dome.
And what color is it?
Well, whatever color the foliage
Yeah, so-
ground around us.
So it's a bit of a mixture because there's the cliffside, which goes more to like a dirt cliff edge. And then there is like a dark like brown rock and like dirt. There's also this green like hill, which is flatter on one side and rounded towards the back, which is more green. So there's a mixture of greens, browns, and like a dark brown for the cliff. And then there's the bark of the trees not too far off as well. So there's a real mixture of color here.
So I assume we like have our camp set out against the cliff kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
would
cliff in the
say
back?
the back of your campsite would probably be against the hill, so it protects from winds, because obviously the cliff edge wind will just hit straight up. So Galoin has started setting up just in front of this hillside.
Okay.
It's not far from the cliff edge,
Yeah.
though, yeah.
I mean, for me, I would say it's like kind of towards the direction of the cliff, so that if someone looks at it from far, they can't quite distinguish it from
So
the cliff.
are you making the color of it look very much similar to the hill, so it looks like another hill?
No, the cliff behind, like
Because
surrounding, right?
the cliff goes like that, and you're on top of the cliff.
Are we on top of the cliff?
Yes.
Oh, I was
You're-
looking
you're
at the map. I thought
elevated.
it was the other way
Yeah, there's a
around.
waterfall going down,
Okay,
so
never
you are
mind.
elevated, yeah.
Yeah, I guess then like the hill next to us.
Yeah, not
or
a
behind
problem.
us.
Okay, so it's like an off-green browny sort of color. Yeah, not a problem. Okay, Shion, Arcturus, Maeve, any of you guys doing anything in particular?
Would there, before all this tiny hut stuff, would there already have been a camp? Would there already have been tents?
Galoin was starting to set it up, yes.
Okay, I'll help Galoin set up stuff.
Yeah.
Because I want to have a. Also, I wash up first because I feel dirty as
Yep,
balls.
fair.
and then because
There's a lovely lake not too far from where you are, so yeah. Perfect.
so yeah, I'll do that. And then afterwards, I want to have a little chat with my father, and I don't need 9 people listening in on that. So
Yep.
I'll just help Galoin with the tent, and then take the other tent. Or
Okay,
take
not a
take
problem.
a separate tent.
Yeah, absolutely fine. We'll come to your conversation with your father in just a second. Maeve and Arcturus.
Maeve has let out Socks out of the ring, and he's sitting on her shoulder as she's going around the bushes and the trees of the camp and just breathing the air, and even though being a little exhausted, feeling quite at home. And she's just having a look if there's any fruits or berries, anything that she can pick up for herself, the group, and maybe for Socks a few things. And she pulls out that green stone that they picked up earlier in the day with the tree carved in it. And just on her own for now, she will try and figure out what it is. If she knows anything, if she feels anything.
Would she like to spend an hour to kind of like know the properties of said item?
I'd like to think that she's like gathering stuff as it comes natural to her
Yeah.
to do that. But then she's
Okay.
also holding like the stone in the other hand. And she's like, "Where have I seen this before? Do I
Yeah.
know what this is? What is it?" Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah, you roll me a survival check to see how much sort of stuff you managed to find along your trek of like looking around.
Guidance on myself.
Okay,
Never mind.
you're all good. You find plenty of berries, mushrooms, and like fruit that you find like just in the area. You find like a tree that seems to be producing some sort of like pears or something nearby. But you manage to find an array of different fruits and berries, which you know are not poisonous and are not going to hurt anyone. You get some mushrooms, you get some vegetables and fruits. And yeah, you get plenty of exotic leaves that maybe Socks has never eaten before because he's never been from here. So you get some different ones for him. Yeah, and while you're clutching onto this stone, after about an hour of you kind of really thinking about what this is and what this can do, you start to realize that it seems to be tied to one of the gods. This stone is tied to Zitos. You know this to be, after an hour of spending time with it, the magic reveals itself to you as Zitos' stone of nature. And what it does is, when attuned to, it circles your head, spinning. And it gives you a proficiency bonus additional to using any nature skill checks. It gives you a boost to using the skill of nature. So recalling information, it seems to give you that information if you struggle. And it basically is like a buff for whether you when you try to research nature and do things nature related.
Okay.
Definitely seems more of an information gathering-esque item as opposed to having like an ability or something. It seems just like a passive sort of information thing. It gives you more knowledge of nature.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it for now as it seems logical to have here. Does it just stay like floating?
Once you
As long as
attune to it, you let go of
Yeah.
it, and it like orbits your head.
Okay. Around the antlers.
Yeah, it's,
How big
it's
are they
slightly
now?
higher. You feel your antlers? They're like maybe an inch and a half, 2
Okay.
inches. They're getting there.
Okay.
They're getting there. They're getting bigger and bigger.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. I'll hold on to it for now, and I'll return to camp with I guess a basket of fruits and vegetables.
You find a basket, which is the craziest thing. Like you find a basket, you find a fruit and veg.
Yeah.
You roll a 26, you find a wicker basket. Some poor
Sure.
soul has dropped
Sure.
a wicker basket along the
Ideas
road.
come back.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Arcturus.
I'll keep it short. First of all, I have this burning. I feel this burning desire inside of me. After a bit of thinking, it's not my desire. It's a desire that wants to come out, which is Keda, which is very, very much likely to roam the skies. So I'll snip my finger and she will roam the skies of Elanesta Forest. Second of all, I thought you were gonna say something, but
I just said yep, but then I said yep, then unmuted, rather than say unmuting, then saying yep.
Okay. Second of all, I will take some time to attune to a Pearl of Power.
Nice, yep.
Which will provide me with, I believe, 1 spell slot.
Yes. You can choose to gain a 3rd level spell slot back if you wish. Obviously, if you're going to take a long rest, you don't necessarily need to do that now, but you could do it so that you have it in case you get attacked at night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. And it recharges per day, so you can use it tomorrow as well.
Nice.
Cool.
And for the rest, having some small talk with Eliash, just about how things are in Arkenville. The view is splendid. You know that awkward talk when you haven't seen someone for a very long time, but you have a feeling with it. Lana has some issues with the mic, sorry. Having a small talk when you haven't seen anyone for a long time, but you want to keep up with that person. So you sit
Okay.
awkwardly, like staring at the water, and try to make something out of it.
Well, while the two of you converse, why don't you roll me a flat charisma check?
A flat one. Oh damn.
Just to see how well conversation flows as the pair of you catch up.
It's a 13.
A 13, okay. It definitely is reciprocated. She seems to be interested in talking to a fellow intellectual. And you do get the sense that something is weighing on her mind. You get the sense that although you two are having this conversation, there's clearly something very important that she's thinking about. And every now and then your conversation kind of like drifts to a close, and you see her go back into that deep thought.
I do notice, right, that there's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely notice that she seems to drift off. She seems interested in the conversation, and then as it starts to come, like the topic comes to an end, she kind of like ponders and looks out to the horizon.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just ask what's on her mind.
I have some personal matters that I was dealing with in Craddock. As you know, Ravenson's Tower is a establishment for herbalism and alchemy. I have a condition that I've not told anybody about, and I will not continue to divulge any more information. But I am looking for treatment.
Is there anything we as the party can do, help, or assist you with?
I'm afraid not.
It's that kind of advanced magic, isn't it? And I say this with like this smirk, for like we can handle this.
As you may know, I am one of the most powerful wizards in Arkenvale. And I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, that sounds scary. But
Yes.
just to enlighten your spirit a little bit, that's also what we do. We have no clue what we're doing, and yet we will see to do it. So
Part of the reason that I took on this objective to head to the various continents, regions, should I say, was because while I'm here, I am to inquire about my health. I went to the Ravenson's Tower in hopes of finding a medical remedy or something that they could craft, a tonic of some sorts to assist me. Unfortunately, the trials that they underwent were not fruitful. Here in Elenasta, there are many a druid, many a powerful druid, that have healing magics and healing properties. So I wish to speak with the Echoes to get an audience with one of them.
the echoes, you say?
Yes,
Is
they
it-
are the Council of Saishil.
Oh, right. Yeah. If I may ask, and if I'm rude, just scold me for it. How bad is it?
Let's just say it is affecting my arcanic prowess.
Yeah. And this is like the point that actors are like very awkward. Like,
Yeah.
you can feel he's not used to these kinds of conversation.
Yeah. And she looks glum about it. And then she turns to you and says, and then we have the issue with Zoil. Zoil Zabenta. An old friend that I haven't spoke to in 7 years, who disappeared 6 years ago. An attack on Arkenvale, where myself and the other headmasters and headmistresses of the Tri-Spires have to now go around dealing with these issues and my own health. As you can imagine, I'm rather stressed.
I can imagine. I can sure imagine. If there's anything we can help you with, or just, I don't know, distract you for some point, just be around. Let us keep you company. Let us help
And
you
she-
where we can.
She puts a hand on your hand, and she just gently squeezes your hand. Thank you.
And I'll stand up and I'll leave her to do the things.
And as you go to walk off, she looks behind you. You know, in all my years, I've never met someone quite like you, Arcturus. Besides the fact of your race, that is.
And I'll respond. And in all my years, actually likewise. And I walk away with a grin.
Yeah, and she just smiles and then continues to look at the horizon. Okay, and as you are all slowly coming back from your tasks, yes, Zeb?
The Leomon's tiny hut thing takes 11 minutes, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, afterwards, can I do stuff or?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Cool. Do we have like a table or like a tree, like maybe
There-
a tree stump or something like
You
something?
don't have a
relatively large?
table because carrying
Yeah.
a table around would be very difficult. But there's like there would be some logs that someone would have rolled on over from somewhere for seating and such. Yeah.
Cause I was gonna take the map of Alanasta out.
Yep.
And just spread it on like a flat surface potentially, but without getting it too dirty or something.
Yep.
And just have it out. Like I'm not gonna necessarily inspect much because I'm not good with that.
Yeah.
But just if anyone else wants to look, and place the hourglass on top of it and just kind of spend time with it trying to figure out what exactly does it do.
The
Other than
hourglass
that.
itself.
The hourglass haste and slow thing, right?
Yeah. So you spend an hour with the hourglass, and
Yeah.
what that does is once per day it gives you the option of casting haste or slow, only one of them once per day, without the use of concentration. So you are able to turn it whichever way you wish to turn it, and when you turn it, it activates haste, but the concentration is on the hourglass itself. As long as the hourglass is not turned the other way, the spell continues to function. So if someone comes over, robs it off you, and turns it, then the spell would stop.
Okay.
And basically, the sand ticking through is the minute of the spell as it goes through. Yeah, and that's how it works. It basically gives you the spell haste or slow for free, and it doesn't require a concentration, which is really, really good.
And then if there's any time left before people come back from hunting and gathering, I would just like to start setting up some kind of cooking campfire, something.
Yeah.
To start some cooking
Yeah,
potentially.
Galoin's already started making a campfire, so yeah, you start assisting with getting some strong enough sticks and stuff to kind of build a frame for a pot to hang over the fire and stuff. Yeah, not a problem. And at this, I would say Maeve returns with a basket full of fruit, veg, and mushrooms. Grint returns with what sort of things were you hunting for? Like meat, or were you searching for fruit? Like what sort of hunting were you going for?
I'll hunt for some fresh meat for us.
Okay, I will say, what did you roll again? You rolled pretty well, right? Oh no, you
I
didn't
rolled
roll.
I did roll. I roll. Oh no, I rolled for the. I don't have to roll
Yes.
though because I automatically.
I will
get...
say you find yourself a plump, nice little boar that can feed everyone. Well, most of you.
Can I find something other than a boar?
What do you
want
want to find?
I don't want to scar everyone. Literally anything other than something that resembles what Andros killed back in.
I will
with
say
his magic powers.
Sure, a smaller deer. How about that?
Cool. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
Perfect. Some venison.
That's fine.
Whereas Andros comes back with a pocket full of acorns, a couple of berries, and a squirrel.
Hey, not a loss. Oh, I'm not an L. I walk back to the camp feeling okay. You know, I feel pretty good. I walk back in. You know, I'm just strutting in. Man, don't worry, guys. I got enough to feed maybe 2 of us. Yeah. Look at that.
You got enough to feed socks for an hour.
Maeve,
Maybe Samuel?
Maeve, because of your previous roll of a 26, you realize every single berry in Andros's hand is poisonous.
And
I go to
Andros,
start like almost about to throw a berry in my mouth. Just
if you want to feel okay tomorrow, I would suggest not eating that, as it's gonna make you very gassy.
gassy.
Andros,
Yeah.
you definitely ate some on the way here, right?
How hungry would Andros be at this point? Because he hasn't ate.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, frick! We're about to die today.
Did you find just wondering? Did you find the squirrel near the berries?
Yes.
Did the squirrel? die from
It
the
was
berries?
alive. Andros killed it, but it was eating the berries.
Oh no, brother!
We're done. Oh
brother!
Andros, can I have a Constitution saving throw, please?
We're good at those, right?
How many did you eat?
He rolled a
Like a
6.
couple.
Oh
11. Okay.
You sit down. You feel all right?
Yeah.
You feel okay?
Well,
feel good.
An hour
mean-
into you guys cooking and preparing your foods, Andros, your stomach feels real wobbly.
No. There's a bad idea. Oh, please, someone help me, please. Oh, my lord.
How many did you eat?
There was a whole bunch of them. I was hungry, and listen, I had to pick a few, and then a few turned into, oh, those are actually pretty decent tasting, and I saw the squirrel eating them, so I was like, oh, maybe I could eat them because the squirrel ate it, and oh, man, they were pretty good.
I'm gonna scan the nearby area for 2 things. First, something to some leaves to settle his stomach,
Yep.
and second, some laxatives
Okay. Well,
to get it out of the system.
yeah. So by all means, you find the relevant things, but Andros, you are poisoned for the next 12 hours.
Oh, no.
So any ability checks, skill checks, all at disadvantage.
Oh, that's great. That's so good.
I take out like a pot and I just, I don't know if anyone asked, but I'm just kind of stirring something in the middle. No one's also mentioned my cool new eye patch yet, I'll point out. As I'm making some kind of weird herby soup or tea or something in the middle.
As
Tea or
glowing-
soup? This matters
Yeah,
because I would have
yeah.
given you vegetables for it.
Oh, this is tea. This is tea.
Okay.
Oh, so no
Yeah,
vegetables.
no vegetables for the tea.
Galoin comes out and goes, "Oh wow, Glint, nice eye patch. Maeve, have you got a new stone?" And yeah, there you go.
Help,
Thank you,
help,
Lloyd.
please. And I'm like taking my blackened hand, I'm like smacking myself, please save me.
What happened to him?
Andros, shut up and drink this. And I go over and I just go,
no.
no. Okay,
No.
right. Next time he says nope, I take what I was using to stir it, I jam it in his mouth, and I start pouring it down his throat.
I would need him to roll for that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Andros athletics check with disadvantage,
Yeah, that's great.
and Glint athletics check with advantage.
21's my lowest, so good luck. Yeah, get
I'm-
wrecked.
I'm gonna what have I got here? I Oh, man, I hate that so much. I'm gonna
Yeah,
lucky.
get
Lucky?
wrecked.
Lucky?
Yeah, I'll use a lucky.
Do it.
Why not?
Roll with advantage again.
Oh, yes! Ah! Oh, that was
He
definitely a
feeds
really
you-
valid use of lucky.
Yes, he feeds you with the remedy that's going to help Andros, even though Andros doesn't want it. And while this is all happening, all of you get your foods. You have some venison. Andros decides not to eat too much tonight because he's got a bit of a.
I don't eat
Oh,
at all.
considering-
I don't
Considering
eat at
how
all.
close it is, can we say that as I poured it in before I managed to pull my hand out, he gets a little nibble on my hand on the way out.
Sure. Yeah. We'll say yeah. He like bites you. Yeah.
I won't eat at all. By the way, I would skip.
Okay.
I would skip a meal.
I don't blame you. You ate enough
Yeah.
berries. But as you all do this, eventually you all bed down. There are enough tents, I believe, for everyone. No.
Nope.
You
I
have
would-
5 tents.
I would gladly. I'll set up a little bed outside, and I'll just kind of. I'll look up at the stars. I'll
Do
just
you want to
kinda
make a
sleep out the night.
hammock?
Yeah, I'll do that.
There
I'll
are
try to make a
trees.
hammock.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
make a hammock. Go for it. Nice.
Just for information,
that hammock is going to turn into a toilet trough real quick.
the the hourglass needs attunement, I assume,
It does, yes.
by a sorcerer specifically, or like a arcane
Spellcaster,
person?
yes.
Spellcaster. Yeah.
Mhm.
I will relay that to the group while stirring, cooking, and dishing out food and stuff. That's
Awesome.
yeah, and the hourglass is sitting there for anyone if
What-
they want to take.
What's the order for keeping watch this evening?
Question.
You
As
don't
I'm-
have to, is the answer.
No, I'm going to. I need to talk to Elias
I-
anyway.
I'm taking Andros's watch.
No, I actually need to talk to you.
That's fine. We can talk now. But
Great.
you're resting because you look like shit.
I feel like I'm. Yeah.
Yes.
Grint, are you good at keeping watch?
I mean, if anything gets close enough, I'm probably the most viable to murder things, yes.
Cool, I'll go
We-
with Grint.
We usually split Shion and I up because we can see pretty well in the dark. So the darkest times is usually when we keep watch.
I can
I-
also see rather well in the dark.
I can't see, I can see in the dark, I can't see anything particularly
Let's take
well.
last watch just before dawn.
Yes, as the light
That-
creeps over the cliff, there would be some more daylight.
Either that or, yeah,
Or split
spread
them up.
out over the.
Either
yeah.
either.
Just
I'll take watch with Arcturus.
I will like to say around the time early morning before the sun actually comes up. I hope you guys know this as a fun fact. That's when like it's hard for people to actually see in general. Is during a time in which the sun is still rising, but still not entirely risen yet, not entirely daylight out. That's why a lot of like armies and stuff, what some of my tribe did, we woke up early to get set in a defensive posture. So anything that was attacked us, that's a prime time to attack people. That's it. That's all y'all need to know.
Well, you've perked up a bit there. In that case, there's probably no good time for us to take a watch together. Ahad.
Well, there is
I
a
will-
watch after
I will
sunrise,
go
so-
with Maeve.
How long are you guys gonna sleep for? Are you getting up with the sun? Like,
What?
Yes.
Alright, we do watch as we always do, 2 hours each.
exactly.
For each
And
group.
it's already night time, and we rest
What?
like
So-
8 hours, right?
So does that mean I'm on my own?
No.
Probably with
Oh,
Erhard.
you can sit with me.
Oh, Erhard's on his own. Cool.
So Erhard's on his own.
I can wake up, guys. Just
You know what?
give me the power.
Andros does the last hour
Yes.
and the last 2 hours with Erhard.
What?
Because then they both can see.
Sure. I'll take it with her hard.
And just think, and then hopefully these berries will have worn off, you idiot.
I wouldn't like the word idiot, but I would think just very not knowledged or very
look,
well educated.
You've literally got people here, Maeve, who is really good with this stuff, and you just
Right.
eat before you ask.
Yeah, I was pretty hungry. I haven't ate since like yesterday, so you know
We do have
What
rations.
happened to your
right?
rations?
what
Yeah, they're in-
rations.
They're in your bag. You left them at the camp before you went hunting. I've
Ah,
already packed them into a tent.
you know, Right. That is a good point. I'm not thinking about this right now. Good night.
And as
After I
you
talk to
all,
Eliash.
yeah, we'll come to your Eliash conversation in just a second. But as you all start to simmer down, Shion, you spend some time in the evening to speak to your father through the sending that you have at your disposal. And just before we go to that, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. Yeah, we're going to go for a 5-minute break. We're back in like 5 minutes, and then we'll come back to the evening chats, and then the next day. So, guys, much love. See you in 5. Bye.
I will.
Hello. Welcome back. Tell us what drinks you got. Tell us what snacks you got. Tell us all that good stuff. I'm drinking a 7-Up.
Word. I've got some coffee, and I went and grabbed some of my lentil cottage pie that I made before stream. You know, that gangster food. Oh.
Gangster food.
That sounds great.
Water.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
And
Nice.
just for Jasper, French cheese.
French cheese. Lovely.
Ooh, what French cheese?
Tell us in the
Brie.
chat what you've got.
Chips.
Amar, I hope it's something weird and wacky today. But yeah. Oh, wait. Pistachio
Chocolate.
That's cool. Energy drink from
Sounds
Dragonfly.
fancy.
What flavor
Nice.
energy drink Dragonflies?
Ooh, yeah. Tell us.
Dragonflies or Dragon Balls?
Right.
I'm confused.
Dragonflies is the name.
Isn't there an energy drink called Dragon Soup, or is that alcohol?
It's a
Onion
mix.
soup.
It's both.
Coming soon.
I've drank it on stream.
Onion soup.
Onion soup energy
I
drink.
know.
I
don't
keep
do
a can
that.
here sometimes. It's like I think it's like 8% alcohol, and also it's like a double monster worth of caffeine.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so
And they taste like ass because it's fermented.
Right. Let
Oh.
us kick back in as all of us start to settle down for the evening. Just before the watches, Shion, you take some time within a tent and you speak to your chakram. As you send the message out to your father, what do you say?
First of all, I just want to like tell him the events of the day because a lot has happened. And then I would like to inquire a bit more about the situation with the king because I heard he told me he was ill. What's up?
His response is that he is very shocked from the events of today, but he very quickly glosses over that as he starts to tell you that the king has gone silent. No one has heard from him in days, but everyone has been assured that he is in good health. And he basically alludes to you that you kind of know what that means.
What about his wives?
Not much has been said.
Interesting.
But that's the kind of vibe that you get. It's all gone a little quiet, especially with the upcoming event soon. You know, it's not good. It's not, well, it is good for some people, but it's not good for the king, let's say, if he's gone quiet this time.
Gotcha. And he hasn't retreated to like to like Sunfall or anything. He doesn't know anything about it now.
Or like radio silence. Like it's
Yeah.
nothing's being broadcast. But when people ask, he's in good health, he's being taken care of. Yeah, that sort of thing.
And I'd also like to ask whether he's heard something of the Northern Rocks yet.
He would inform you that he has heard of a mercenary band by the name of the Northern Rocks that usually work in and around Sventas and have been a thorn in the sides of Alakash, Shatusa, and Krakadoon over the past few years, relieving slaves from certain individuals tied to them.
Yeah, that's no more than
Yeah.
I already know. So he hasn't.
But you basically get the gist that they have moved in to Sventas. And, yeah, they are just a thorn. They are a pain in the backside.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's basically yeah. Well, the only other thing was what about with the whole situation with the king about his eldest daughter, because she's obviously of a similar age to me and we used to hang out. How is she? Anything?
He doesn't know. The whole royal family is very stum. Nothing's being leaked about any of them.
Okay.
He hasn't seen any of them. Nothing is being said about any of them.
Can't wait for the feast.
Yeah. He says his final words to you would be he can't wait. He can't wait. You say you can't wait for the feast. He replies with, I can't wait for you to return.
I hope it will be soon.
And yeah, as do I. Is his final message to you. And then you find yourself some respite. During this time, before we cut to Eliash and Andros, Grint, after finally sitting down after probably one of the most hectic days of your life in a long time, you sit there and you ponder the things that you have done today. You think about what went wrong in the tower. You try to piece whose fault it was. Was it your own? Was it this Snaggletooth's? Was it Zoil Zabenta? It racks your mind for a minute. But then your mind goes to Maeve. Your mind goes to thinking that she saved your life. That the only reason that you're here able to think these thoughts is because of her actions. And then you try to think of ways to repay her. You think of the conversations that you've had. That you would help her in Elenasta, and how you would try to be a guide almost, to guide her back to maybe her family. When you then think of Stillwater, a name that was recently mentioned as the nearest village or town nearby. You know, from Maeve's brief description of her memories, this very well could be a place that she's been to. And you know that it is roughly about 4 days from here. You reckon towards the end of the 4th day, you would arrive in Stillwater. And it is at this point that you maybe do glance at the map and take a little look just to see roughly where you are, which you know to be near this lake with the waterfall just here. And Stillwater is this little pond with a lake that comes from the Kavakian Mountains. The freshest water to travel through Elenasta. Or so they say. You know that the predominant folk that live here do in fact happen to be elvish and humans. It's a quaint little village in the middle of the forest by the lake. And I think that's about it. You know it's fairly close to Syshil. You know it's only like a 3-day ride from Syshil. This could be somewhere she's been. It somewhat resembles the information she gave you when she spoke of home. But then again, there are other villages that are dotted about near these lakes and ponds. And realistically, they all do have a similar sort of aesthetic to them all. Lots of trees, lots of hills, lots of water. But maybe Stillwater's the place?
I share this information with the group. And I also say
I'm sorry that I've been a bit out of sorts this afternoon. I thought I'd gotten back into the swing of things quite quickly, but the first death at my hands after coming so close, or well, at least coming so close to the end of my story, it left a bittersweet taste in my mouth. I'm going to do my best to be the Grint that you all know and have come to expect. I'm just sorry if I'm not always him for the next little while.
I think that's fine, right, guys? We don't know what it's like to die and then come back.
It makes sense. No one of us have ever been as close to death.
As a matter of fact,
What?
Grins, I do know how you feel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What
do?
What do you mean?
When I was on a trip with Shion, I just met her. She was like this woman I was attached to, not in a good way because of a curse.
I still am, darling.
Yeah, but we're on better terms now. It's way better now. Some idiot sailor guy just stabbed me. And I just dropped down the floor. And the second I know, I was up again, having his message in my head that my task was not yet fulfilled. Prince.
That's just like what I heard.
And that's why you are here now. You have a story to tell. Your story is not yet over. And we need your help in this. Apparently Shion did need my help in this as well. That's why I'm here, I think. I don't know.
Does this make Grint a warlock and me the benefactor? Hey, Grint, can you hear me in your head?
I can hear you out loud.
He's not like the rest of us. He doesn't get benefactors.
Wait. I think, Maeve, I think you're my warlock patron. I heard it in my head.
Did you?
Eldritch Blast!
Just a question: where am I? Where is Grins? Are we like close to each other? Are we not close to each other?
You tell me.
Grint, where are you located at this point?
I would say that I'm kind of facing everyone. I would say I was trying to talk to everyone and explain something, so I think I stood up, and I'm probably around the opposite edge of the fire to where everyone else is kind of sat round.
Oh, okay. Mine then.
I'm definitely not as courageous as you in the fight, but I know it must be very scary. And take all the time you need. It's totally understandable.
I would like to really feel alive a bit today though. So
I walk over to the cliff edge. How far down does it look?
Oh, yeah, it's far.
No, just how far?
Hundreds of feet.
How long would it take to get back up?
How so? To scale it?
Either to scale it or to just like find a different route back up.
You would see, looking down, there are no footpaths, shortcuts to this point. You would also know that the best way up is to go all the way across near Canathalor, or all the way over to Erathus. It's like a week's travel.
How about climbing back up and just scaling it?
You could scale it, but it is a tough scale. It's not something that you could do easily. Now, if you had, I don't know, the ability to fly, maybe you could just fly back up.
Maybe not feeling this alive. Again, we've all taken some beatings. Maybe we should wait for a better place to be a little bit alive. I'm sure there's a lot of better ways we can do that.
Are there any kind of like croppings on the way down that don't look like such a?
Oh yeah. There would definitely be like parts that you could stand on further down, but again, it's aiming for them and falling.
Yeah, no, I jump down to one of them.
You're gonna fall. Water doesn't stay non-solid.
No one can see this.
Yep.
Because I've just jumped off the edge. I'll cast Featherfall on myself.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So as you leap off, you let yourself fall to go out of sight, and then the second you go out of sight, you hold your breath and begin to start to float down. And then as you get near a ledge, you kind of like stick your foot out and pull yourself over to it. Yeah. And I would say you're probably like 50 foot down.
Cool. Okay.
I assume we've all ran to the edge.
Nope. Andros just sits back. He's done.
Yeah,
He's
I would
giving
say
up.
the only one that doesn't, if Andros doesn't, is Eliash as well. Eliash and Andros don't.
Andros is like holding his shit together, literally. So I imagine he's in his hammock.
Does Erhard run to the edge?
I'm very aware of my ritual, so I will kind of shout out like, "What?" Yeah, I kind of stand at the edge of the
Bubble?
circle, so to
Okay,
speak.
not a problem. Yeah, so Shion, Maeve, Arcturus, the three of you run over to the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of look down. Galoin. Yeah, Galoin's there as well. And as you all look down, you see about 50 foot down, you just see Grid like looking up.
Give you a wink.
I think my new warlock benefactor gave me some fun abilities.
And I start
Your new
climbing my way back.
your new warlock benefactor is about to kick your ass.
Stop
I made-
bullshitting.
Maeve sighs, and she will turn into a giant spider and go get him. Web him up and go get him.
Yeah, you scuttle down as this gigantic spider starts crawling to you, Grid. And at first, you're probably like, oh, that's a handy way. And then you realize you've got to hold on to a giant spider.
Oh no, she's webbing him up.
Oh, you're just gonna web him? Does Grid allow this?
Yeah, of course he
Well,
does.
she's
It's
gonna-
Maeve.
Yeah, there you go then. Yeah, you get webbed up, and then Spider Maeve, massive Spider
What
Maeve.
do they call them? The
scuttles up.
dingleberries?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And upon seeing this, I look at Shion like, why is our patron not like this?
I will just shout after them after I see giant spider Maeve. Everything all right?
I think our patron has a very sucky sense of humor compared to this one.
This
when-
black man has like 8 legs. What is it?
I hope it's Maeve.
It's Spider Maeve.
Very
No,
good. But she's bigger now.
It's not. It's a mysterious benefactor.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Spider Queen.
When
I just
we get back
turn
to the
around
top,
and stir in the pot.
when we get back to the top, I let everyone know.
So, this armor, turns out if I hold my breath, it doesn't just let me be quiet. It lets me fall very slowly too.
I think you need a strength check to get out of the web first.
I'm still in the web. I'm just telling everyone this from inside the web.
Okay.
However, what the armor doesn't let me do is get out of the web.
Can I burn it away for you, darling?
No, and I just try to break out myself.
Sure, maybe
I'll
an
strength
athletics
check
check.
that.
Yeah.
Athletic check, cool. 21.
Yeah, you managed to rip through it. And then
The small heart attack given to me by
Yeah.
the thought of being set aflame.
And Maeve, do you turn back at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn back. And
Yeah.
as this is all happening, Eliash will walk over to you, Andros, seeing that you're still not feeling great. So, feeling any better?
No.
I would advise not eating random vegetation, fruits, anything that you find in the forests of a place you've never been before.
Yeah, that's a good point. Luckily, I have a pretty strong stomach, so I will be fine. I will be
Do you know,
fine.
I've known someone that said something very similar in the past, and I think they've been in a very similar situation to this as well.
Okay. It seems like you know a lot of people, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, they were, quote unquote, an idiot.
Well, luckily, I'm not one of those.
And I hear this.
It's not like spoken softly, but it's also not spoken in your presence. It's a little bit further away in the hammock that Andros is in.
Oh, by the way, since you're over here, uh, just might be some crazy things you've missed out on since we've last spoke. And
Yes, what on earth happened to your arm?
funny, I've actually was gonna talk to you about this without the others around. Luckily, they're over there right now. I might have, after you got us out of Taft's place. Remember that scarab that I was given?
No.
Well, I would- pretty sure I asked you about it, and you said you didn't know nothing about it.
I believe you asked me about a magical artifact, and I informed you to investigate at the library.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yes.
I did, and I didn't. No, not really good information was found on. At least maybe it's just probably me not finding good information. But turns out the Scarlet Scarab was from a woman in the Scarlet Sands named Decatha.
Right.
She used to heal armies, soldiers, blah 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 for a price, right? For a price. Well, see, funny thing is I kept the item, and I she ended up speaking to me at some point, and we might have made. She was trying to tell me that if I, the things that we fight against, like again the sea serpent, for example, like when I end a creature, she would give me things for it, like a patron, right? Like a patron, and well, I
Right.
killed the serpent, and now my hand is black, and I'm able to take life from like essence from others and give to other people. You know,
You know that's a form of necromancy, right?
well, at the time I didn't really, it didn't really click, and then my hand is blackened, and now I'm kind of scared.
You're a strange one.
Okay, that doesn't see. That's a good thing. I like that I'm strange.
Remember me telling you about my friend that ate berries?
Yeah, you have another
Well,
friend?
No, I have the same friend.
Oh, the
that
same
also
friend.
does similar fucked up shit.
Am I the same person you're talking about? You're just trying to
I am not,
make it sound
no.
better? Okay.
A good friend of mine, a tabaxi gentleman by the name of Plucky. He found himself in many a situation during
You know
my
Plucky!
time.
Wait, how do you know Plucky? How do you know Plucky?
Well, he was part of a band that roamed through Arkenvale from
Yes.
time to time.
By the way, quick question. You know this band. That means you know the Lady Savras in that same band, right?
Yes, Nashara and Surge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Funny. That's
I have
very
met
funny.
them all. Plucky and Surge
Yeah.
were interesting drinking partners.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's great.
Why? You alluded as if you were going to continue the conversation.
Oh, yeah. No. It's just I know Savras. Yeah.
Right. I see
yeah.
where this is going.
And when we left the city, I didn't get a chance to give any final messages to her. So now
I will
that
tell you now, if you make an enemy of the troop,
I didn't.
well, it sounds like you did, dear.
I didn't. No, I talked to Plucky before.
Right, well, that wasn't Savras, was it? Clearly you've upset the girl, and
Yeah.
being a woman myself, I would know that really making amends is the best thing to do, because if you let it fester for too long, then feelings will be had.
They're in a traveling troupe. How am I supposed to even talk to the person?
I would advise maybe sorting things out before you leave next time.
Oh, that is a really good idea.
Anyway, on to the matter of your hand.
Yeah, my
Make
hand,
you
please.
feel any better? Here. And she puts out her hand. She puts a hand over it and casts a spell, and you see that she has an illusion on her own arms. And as the illusion fades, you see dark blue veins shooting up her arms, almost resembling lightning. This is a problem. And she wipes her hand over it again, and it vanishes. And this is my solution.
How do you do that?
I spent many years learning disguise self, to the point that I can now cast it at will.
Oh, right, that one. Yes, I can do that. Yeah.
What I would suggest is when you are in the company of those powerful that may know what this is, maybe just disguise yourself to look like regular you rather than necrotic hand you.
True. I'll usually put a glove over it so that way it's not very
A glove
noticeable.
will not do much. It's halfway up your arm, dear.
I know. Maybe I should just wear a long sleeve. Maybe I should put like a
Did somebody
sleeve
just
around
laugh?
it. Yeah. But
That
I mean,
was-
is there? Elias, my question is, let's say for any reason, I don't want. It just, I feel like, you know that feeling where you just can't really trust you sometimes, where you're just
No.
kind of like, okay, you really don't understand it. Okay, well, maybe my friends. in
I
my
will
group-
give you a piece of advice, because I feel like you do not know the question you wish to ask me.
Okay. yeah,
Therefore,
please.
here is the advice. When out in a forest and you find berries on a bush, I would advise not eating them the first chance you get. Maybe study them, inspect them, learn something about them, before stumbling upon whatever you did. So going forward, you understand that you have this power. You know what this power does for now. Research, study, find answers. Because maybe the more you use it, the worse it'll get.
The more I talk to you, the more I realize you're really just like Arcturus. And I don't know what to really think. You both really enjoy scolding me. It feels like this is a scolding session right now. Like I'm getting scolded for.
One must simply learn to proceed.
Mm-hmm.
If one does not learn via those own actions, one must be told by someone much wiser and smarter than them. I am someone much wiser and smarter. Arcturus is someone much wiser and smarter. I would advise listening to them, and therefore not getting yourself into predicaments like this. And she gestures to your stomach.
Sometimes you have to learn by experiencing.
Look where
I'm
that got
learning.
you.
What?
Well, Andros, I hope you have a speedy recovery and get some good rest. Good night.
Yeah, thank you.
And she turns and
Appreciate
walks
it.
off.
Andros will turn in his hammock and just really questioning what has brought him to this point of where he's marking the day, like he's putting in his like little notepad, this day, Andros hate day, and he's closing it and going to sleep.
Nice. Yeah, and Eliash goes away, and all of you go to sleep. I need the first watch to make me a perception check, please. Whoever first watch was.
Maeve and Grin?
Sure.
Perception, both of us?
Either one of you with advantage or both of you individually. Although, Grint, you're at disadvantage.
Why?
It's nighttime. You can't see.
I have dark vision.
Do you?
I'm a goblin.
Ignore me then. You guys are all good. I swear he said
Can I-
earlier he didn't.
No, I just didn't want to sit that hard.
That's so
Um,
mean.
Can I guidance either of us as well on this, or?
You can guidance one of you, yes.
Okay, I would ask Grint if he's good at seeing things at night.
He's
Oh,
already
yeah, I'm
rolled.
fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, he's already rolled. Oh, okay, well, yeah, okay.
I see real good.
I would just give him advantage then instead of, or not advantage. I would give him the 1d4.
Okay.
There you
So
go, 24.
Nice. Your watch, it's relatively uneventful. You see a couple of owls fly nearby, and then Tenko flies at them, disturbing them, and they all fly off, and Tenko sits where they were sat, almost marking his own territory. Samuel is fast asleep. Jasper is asleep with Galoin, and everyone else is asleep in their relative spaces. A few bits of wildlife go by. You see a wilder rabbit off in the distance, just hopping through the forest, but no predators or anything like that. You're all good.
Maeve, I owe you my life.
No.
I do. I would have died if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, but you don't owe me it just for saving you.
Fine. Well, I promise you, I'm going to do everything I can to help you find out more about yourself and for us to reach your father.
Yeah.
And Grint's gonna hold Maeve's hand
Okay.
as he says this.
That's probably the first time someone has held Maeve's hand since she's held her parents' hand. So she's like wide-eyed, like what's
And
with the eye patch?
and Grint lets go.
And so the eye patch is just in case. Oh, my throat's clogged up. The eye patch is just in case. People don't need to see the glowing eye.
But why? I like it.
Oh,
It's
well,
like my little antlers. There's like little sprouty things out of it.
well, okay. I didn't know if.
And Grint just takes the eye patch off.
Show it off. You can see out of it, right?
Yeah, I can see fine. It's okay, and
I guess that's when the +4 for the perception comes in from guidance. I'm using both my eyes now.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I figured it could be useful to have it, especially for seeing my family. They might be a little taken aback at a glowing eye, especially a sister of mine who's seen me as an adult.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think of it like that.
It's fine. I don't have to wear it around you guys. It's just eventually it's going to be useful to have in the pocket.
Well, I'm glad that you're traveling with us, even though you're also the first to die of this group, but you've been really helpful.
Yeah, people do keep mentioning that. Thank you, Maeve. I'm honored to be traveling with you.
I'm sure we're honored to have the future advisor of the leader of Ithaldor with us.
Yeah, we'll see where we get with that, as long as I don't, die again.
Yeah, about that. I've got another pretty big diamond that I think I could break up into more, because it doesn't need to be that big. But I don't know if I should do it myself or should take it to the city. Like,
I think I can probably make it to the city. I
You can make it to this. Oh yeah, not dying again. You mean?
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I feel a bit more alive, a bit more like myself after jumping off the cliff before.
You're an idiot for that, by the way.
And you still came and saved me. Even though
Well,
I was...
if you wanted to feel alive, any of us could have slapped you. I'm sure some of us, Andros, maybe would have done gladly so.
I have asked Andros many times to hit me. Do you know how long it took? Days. Days it took for him to hit me. Days.
Maybe
I
gonna
don't trust
slap him in the face. Not mean.
No, that was
And then you feel a smaller, tiny little pat as you look down, and on the log that you two are sat on, Socks has just gone.
Socks, you wounded me. You're so strong.
He adjusts his
Hey.
little hat.
Listen, he has killed in the past. Socks is a ferocious murderer.
Oh, I wasn't. Should I roll? Should I roll performance for that? Because I was doing my best there. I wasn't trying to be sarcastic.
Sure.
Oh fuck.
Socks hits you again, but this time a little harder.
Sorry, Socks. I'm not a very good actor.
It's all right, Socks. We're only joking.
His hands go on his hips, and he kind of looks at Grin.
Anyway, thank you for traveling with us. I am hopeful that I don't need to heal you again. At least not from the death.
I'm hopeful of the same thing, and I'm looking forward for us finding a family.
Curious. And I don't know if this is too personal, but it's a spell I've never had to use. But for future, what was it like for you? Is it just it's dark and then it's light?
No, not at all. It was so the mother of my children was there, and she was waiting for me on the other side, but she told me it was too soon, and that she forbade me from passing over, and that I still had much to do, much like Arcturus said earlier. And then your vines, they wrapped around me, and I said, well, if you forbid me, smiled and got pulled back down to my body.
I guess that's nice to know that someone's waiting for you when you go to the other side.
Yeah, it is. It's also... It gives you a lot to think about. The imprint, the legacy that you leave in the world. And the fact that there is so much left for me to do. It's strange that there is a purpose, I suppose.
Brent, your kids, do they have a father in their life? A parental figure?
I guess they were raised by the Laroons, but a direct parental figure, no. I suppose the closest to that maybe was Taran when they were first born. He oversaw that they were being well taken care of before he left to rejoin the Northern Rocks.
Look, it's not my business to speak on this, nor do I know why you don't speak to them. But it's lonely growing up without parents. And it sucks don't let that chance slip. Don't let them grow up without a parent, especially if you're still alive.
Well, we'll have to get me back in one piece then. They don't know
Well,
who
I've
I
got
am.
a couple more diamonds that if we break them up, we can do this a few more times. You tell your lady you said hi from the Iron Vortex next time you visit, okay? But then you'll come
Okay.
back. We'll give you
Okay.
another glowing body part.
Fantastic. I'll have 2 glowing eyes going forward.
You'll look like a Christmas tree by the end of it. It'll be great.
What's Christmas? Maeve thought in her head.
You'll look like the trees that they have at the Day of Illumination.
Yes, the
Winter's
famous
crest.
the famous winter's Christmas trees. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember them well. Remind me next time that I'm drunk, which trust me will not be long from now, to tell you the story of why my children don't know who I am yet. Politics
Okay.
is a nasty thing, as is a class system.
As I'm learning every day since I've been out of my little forest.
Awesome. And as the pair of you wrap up your evening's watch, next up we have
Sure.
Arcturus and Eliash, right? Okay. Arcturus, she's gonna let you. Oh no, you can't see in the dark.
No, but Kira can.
Oh, Kada can. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Roll me a perception check from Kada, and we'll have Kada be on watch. And also you can have advantage. Okay, 11.
Which is 11.
I was already in the middle of saying it. Okay, cool. So, you and Eliash are sat down by the fire, and as the watch goes on, about an hour in, you have little idle chit chats. But then she looks up at you and she says, "Why is it that I find myself wanting to talk more on our subject earlier when I promised I wouldn't?"
That is an interesting question.
By the way, Andros referred to me earlier as similar to you. I
Is
gave
it-
him a bit of a scolding.
Oh. Well, that's like quite the same interaction I have with Onbros. What did he do?
Well, I won't go into specifics in case he hasn't told you himself, but let's just say he does things before he thinks.
Oh, we do know that.
And I think that, hopefully, from an outside perspective, if you've already told him, then maybe he'll start to listen.
I don't have a history with children, but I do know some children learn by looking out for something, and some children learn by actually experiencing stuff. Andros is the second one, and it's not always the good one.
The problem is he's not a child, is he?
No.
Keep an eye on him. I think he could really use the guidance of someone familiar with the arcane. I worry for him and the waters that he treads.
I have to admit, he can be a pain in the ass sometimes. But I actually adore the boy.
It's usually how it goes. Those that are the thorns in your sides the most, you end up taking a shining to even more.
Exactly. Ooh, echoes.
You don't need to speak through Kada when it's just us, Arcturus.
Sorry, force of habit.
It's okay.
So,
Regarding my affliction,
yes, please do tell.
she raises a hand over the fire, and again, like she did with Andros, she removes the disguised self on her arms, and you notice it's on both arms, and her hands are, all the veins are a deep dark blue, and it is going all up her arm, and now you see it goes up to her shoulders. And she just shows you all of her veins.
So, what is the cause of it?
I believe it is some sort of arcanic blockage. Something preventing me from accessing parts of my arcane knowledge. And the more I use magic, the worse it gets.
Now I do understand.
That is
why
why
you
I
were
was reluctant.
Yeah.
Yes. I am using it for what I need to. Minor spells, such as cantrips, have no effect. Neither does lower-leveled spells, stuff like Disguise Self and other such things. But the spells that require more effort from me, such as teleportation and the such, have an effect on my capabilities. The more I do, the less I have.
And what studies came up after looking into this?
It's some sort of spell plague. It's not contagious, at least as far as the research and studies have gone. But I believe it's tied to lineage. It's passed down through the ages, but not directly from mother and father. It's apparently an affliction my great-great-grandfather had. So eventually, it passes down to me. And as you can imagine, being the headmistress of the Trispire, one of the wonders of this world and the arcane geniuses, as some have called me, it doesn't look good.
No. It must be rough to experience it, like not tapping into your full potential.
Yes.
And how are you holding up to that?
Difficult. The more I do, the more I help others, but I'm not helping myself. And I've never really been one to be selfish. I became the headmistress of the Trispires of Conjuration Magics so that I could help others. I'm hoping the druids here in Elenasta may be able to aid my plight. I know that they have many extensive healing powers and properties. But if they are unable to help me, there is an oracle in Kavak.
Which is
A
in a
diviner.
direction.
Hence why I took this task on. To take you to these places. Craddock had the herbalists and the alchemists to maybe prevent or at least postpone the inevitable. The druids here may be able to help my affliction. And worst case, I seek to the oracle to learn my fate. To learn what happens at the end of all of this.
Is that something you want to know?
I wish to know how much time I have left. And if it will kill me. Because if I can't cast magic, at least I have knowledge. I can do something with that.
You can be helpful in another way.
Creation, invention. Maybe the engineers of Novus will take me in and I can help with arcane gateways and maybe even the airship.
Maybe I can help you with arcane gateways.
Well, maybe. maybe the pair of us could. My mind and your magics, maybe we could create something.
I'm
Something
kind
to
of a
truly-
scientist myself, so
Well, there we go. Maybe the pair of us combined could finally find a way of traversing the land much easier.
we should, yeah, we should be able to figure that out. Imagine a network of portals that does not require an insane amount
Weeks.
of mana of magic.
Yes, it's. My dream has always been to connect the regions in a way that families, friends can go between easier than weeks and weeks of travel on foot and horseback. Just imagine if this was all set up. You guys would not be sent on an errand to deliver these treaties. We could merely send a messenger through a gateway and appear within a city, or at least within the region to arrive there. Your efforts could be put elsewhere. You could be doing other great things, or better yet, you could be doing them in a fraction of a time.
Well, as a matter of fact, this should not be only a theory. This should be very much doable.
It will take time, I know.
If I
Finding a battery to house such a thing, but it's something that I've always wished for. And of course it'll have its risks, but that is where you have proper identification for those that traverse through, and you have mages that maybe detect thoughts upon gateways to make sure that the people coming through are who they say they are. You could set up a security and a system, and it doesn't need to be accessible for all to begin with. But imagine, people such as yourselves, the Iron Vortex, being able to traverse to whatever place you need to whoever is in need.
My dear Elias, if planar travel with such a system is doable, it should be doable on one plane.
I agree.
I have the knowledge. I wish I had my notes with the schematics. But this could work. We can make this work.
I think it could too, but... And she looks at her arms again, and then she waves a hand over and the blue fades back to a normal coloration. For now, I just wish to know if it's curable, and how much time exactly I have to see this to the end.
Let me make you a promise. Beside
well.
the quest I have with this magnificent group and with Shion, let's see if we can help you, and then let's make this dream happen.
Don't make promises you can't keep. We can try.
I'm willing to bet on that. I have
Very
faith. Ada, stop it.
Well, I think it's about time our watch ended, but thank you, Arcturus.
And I'll grab her arm this time.
Mhm.
Now, take a little pinch. Like, it's gonna
Yeah.
be okay.
She smiles, and then goes to wake the next person up. Which is? Shion and Galoin?
I think so.
So she wakes you two up, and then she heads back to her tent. So, Shion, Galoin can't see in the dark, so he's going to give you
Aw.
advantage.
Perception, where you at? 22.
As I will just point out, during the whole of that last conversation, Kada didn't spot a single thing because Kada was watching the conversation of Eliash and Arcturus. And Arcturus and Eliash were far too busy. Their conversation over the 2 hours. But yeah, a 22, Shion. You watch the forests. And this is the density of the woodland here is not something that you are particularly familiar with. And you look into the darkness and you see all these little specks of light from within. And as you're watching it, you see a few shapes and shadows pass through of various creatures minding their own business far off into the forest. When Galoin comes up and sits next to you, the fireflies are really pretty round here, aren't they?
They are. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Have you ever
No,
been to a place
I've
like
never been to Elenasta.
but like a place where the fireflies are like
No.
this?
I think that the wildlife here is just like so much more rich and vibrant, you know? You got goddamn dire rabbits, size of big dogs.
And giant
Gorilla
apes.
things? Yeah, well,
Yes.
it's kind of crazy.
Don't you think it's dangerous here?
It's definitely chaotic.
I mean, where I'm from, there's not much wildlife at all.
What animals do you have? Like, what? You obviously don't have a horse, right? Do you have horses?
Well, to get around, we mostly use camels. We have camels.
A
But
I've read about a camel.
yes, well, they're quite comfortable. Like, very nice beasts of burden, really. But
Do you sit between the humps or on the humps?
between them,
Right.
like on a nice cushion or something.
Yeah, it'd be like a backrest, you know, like a chair.
Exactly.
That's
It's
pretty
quite
cool.
it's quite comfortable actually. But you know, Chartusa is located way in the desert, and most of the wildlife there has already been hunted and eaten. And you know, famine is a thing sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a shame. It is. Shion,
Yes.
when we eventually go to Quirin,
Mm-hmm.
can we get some camels?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you teach me how to ride one?
Absolutely.
What food do they like? What do they eat? Do they just drink water? And Galoin goes off on a tangent and wants to know, like, the ins and outs of a camel at this point. And I assume you relay information to him, telling him all about camels.
Yeah, to like the best of her ability.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like,
yeah.
she's not a stable hand or anything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and he seems to revel in the fact that one day he will ride camels with you because he's now very excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and your watch...
I'll buy him a camel.
Yeah, awesome. And your watch goes uneventful as the sun does start to crest up and just starts to rise into the sky at the end of your watch, and you finally awake Ondros and Erhard for the final watch.
Oh.
You sound great.
Yeah, I'll keep watch. You got anything you need to do, wizard dude? Apples?
You think you're in a condition to watch?
Oh yeah, listen, I am built to fight any point, 24/7. So young and yeah, perfectly in shape for my age. I'll walk around. You do what you got to do, wizard man. And I'm gonna go clean myself a little bit. Maybe
You do
yeah.
understand I'm different from a wizard.
Same thing. Ondros is gonna start like walking around the outside of the camp, just like making circles and just checking, like trying to spot things.
So,
Okay.
is Ondros rolling perception and Erhard isn't?
Well, since
Yes.
he is essentially going off by himself, I'm just gonna sit in my bubble and I'm gonna write down some detect magic, which takes 2 hours.
No worries. You do your detect magic, and Andros, I believe, are you doing it? Are you copying it into your
Yeah.
thing? You need to make an Arcana check, please. Then I think you need an 11 or higher.
When do I get my lucky back?
You would get it now because you finished your long rest.
So I would have lucky points now.
You would, yeah.
Just checking for.
You need an
reasons.
Arcana check of 11. I'm sure you can do it. It's a lot. Yeah, you're all good. Yeah, you managed to successfully do that in 2 hours. Just mark off the relevant resources needed for that. Cool. Andros.
Yeah.
Perception check at disadvantage because you're still poisoned.
Great. Hey, look at that. Yeah. We still good.
It's a bit rough going, but you're over
Yeah.
the worst of it. You feel much
As I am walking, though, Andros is gonna he's gonna attempt to try to craft a tourniquet, something that if he ties around, he can pull it tight enough that stops the blood flow into his arm. He's gonna try to make something like that.
Roll me a survival check. DC won't be very high.
Okay. 7.
I will say you succeed.
16? Okay. I'm just gonna store that.
You make something. Do you wear it or are you just holding on to it?
No, he's gonna put that in his pocket for now and try to keep that to himself. And then he's gonna bring up a question to the captain real quick as he's walking around. What if you probably know what I'm thinking, but let's say if I was to do something kind of crazy, you would know better.
What do you mean?
What if I don't want this hand?
Why would you not want the arm?
Because people have a perception of this. You saw the way Eliash spoke. You saw the way people been freaking out over this.
Yes, I did. And I also saw Eliash's own arms.
We're not gonna pull. Eliash has her thing probably for other reasons than I do. We're definitely not comparable in that sense. I mean, she's smart. She got this from. We're wrong her from something else entirely.
Are you saying you do not wish for my powers?
I like the scarab. I think the scarab's great. I'm not sure how I feel about you. I don't know what your goal is with me, and it feels like you're trying to. I can't go to places with a blackened hand. Doesn't have a good perception.
Very well.
What does that mean? Hey, we're talking this out. Tell me what's your plans? What is your goals?
My body no longer exists for this world. My soul was attached to the scarab. Upon wearing the scarab, you accepted me. Now, I am one with you. If you care not for my powers, then allow me to find another who will.
What does that mean for me?
I gave you a gift. A gift that required you to do no more than you were already doing. And this is the thanks I get.
Whoa, you don't have to be like this. I tested out your capabilities. We tried this.
I will let you think on this for a while. Think long. Think hard. Because there's only one way out. And it ends.
think I need to change my pants after this. And I'm just gonna keep walking around and head back to camp.
Yep. And at that, you all awake. Woo! You have all successfully had a long rest. The first long rest for Grint since his death. Oh no, I brought it up again. Yeah, all of you awake. You pack your things up for the day. You get ready. One of you blows on the wilder rabbit whistle, and a horde of wilder rabbits arrive. You ties them up to the sleighs, and you begin your descent further down the road. I think is the right word. Brain fog. Before we end tonight's
Can
session,
I,
yep.
before we head out, since I essentially cast Detect Magic, right? And it lasts for 10 minutes.
You cast it.
Don't I cast it when I experiment with
No.
the stuff? Okay, I thought the last time we did, like, the hut was there and stuff, but sure.
That was
Just-
part of the flavor of you learning the spell.
Okay,
You don't
Good.
technically cast it. It was more of a flavor thing.
thanks. Just checking.
No worries. So as you all head on out, Andros, you are next in line after Arcturus. So please roll me a D100.
Okay.
$54. Can you please roll me a D6?
Okay.
As you travel through this day, very shortly into your journey, as you cross over the lake to the other side, all of you spot... Oh, let me change the music real quick, because that's not the right music for this. This one. Sure. As you travel throughout the day, an hour in, not very far at all, you spot two half-elven women walking along the roadside. One carrying a basket of various fruits and vegetables. And as she is, you see her partner walking beside her as they're holding hands, two female half-elves, enjoying the very hot, you're still in a heat wave, the very, very hot day that is about. The glistening heat raining down upon you. Luckily, you are shaded through most of your journey from the trees all around you, and there is a wind that rushes through as you are on top of this cliffside. But what you didn't notice was a small young girl running through the trees as you're going past them. And as she does, she stands on one of the logs and starts waving at you all as you pass her. Do any of you wave back? Do any of you do anything to acknowledge her existence? Yeah? A few of you start waving?
Grint waves back. He feels a bit more confident with it now, without the cloak up and his glowing eye.
Ooh. Yeah, and
How
as you all... Yeah.
Kind of knows better than just wave at little girls in trees.
Right, okay. And, yeah, as she's waving at you all wave back. She turns and you just hear her very faintly in the distance, just shouting, Mummy, they waved! Ah! And then you see her fall off of the log and fall face first into a small body of water. Her mother's run over, grab her out of the water, and you just see her dripping wet as she's just there with like a face like thunder, like stomping her feet, as her mothers are just laughing as the rest of you kind of like ride off. And you just see her like throwing some things on the floor. She seems to be in like this absolute fit because she was made a bit of a fool of from this body of water that she's found. But as you traverse through, birds fly overhead, wilder rabbits in the distance. You see, a little bit further into the forests, a couple of panthers just jumping through the forests, going about their daily business. And there are no encounters this day. And you all spend an entire day of travel until the evening. And that, I think, is where we will pick up next week as they slowly approach the rising tower in the distance. The tower that stands 200 feet plus into the air. And as all of you are riding through and you see this stone structure towering above the trees, you all hear a crackle of arcane energy come from it as you see the tower explode, as chunks of the top of the tower fly off of it in slow motion, and almost electrical like strands of arcane energy exuberate from it. And as you all look in confusion, the explosion expands by 30 foot and then stops as gravity and time completely change around the tower. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. So, next week we pick up into a new day as they approach Cathalone Tower. And we will find out what the hell is going on there, as well as maybe some intrigue as to this description you were given from Snaggletooth before. But you guys will be passing by it in the next day's travel. So guys, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate every single one of you, whether you're on Twitch right now, YouTube in the future, or a clip on the internet. So thank you very much, guys. We will be back next week, as far as I'm aware. Everyone is still going to be here, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Go around the room and introduce yourselves. Tim, take it away.
Guys, I am Tim. It was a pleasure to play Arcturus again. We might see some more Arctanayash in the future. You never know how it will pass. Let's first see if we can explore an ancient arcane tower. What's going to be scary about that? But normally you can find me here on this channel. The Natural Havoc channel, obviously, and maybe in some future back on the Team Logic Canal channel after we got some babies. But yeah, until that, just here on the channel doing D&D stuff. So see you next week, and have a good week.
Awesome. And below Tim, we have Eagle. Take it away.
Happy National Hate on Andros Day! Hello, everybody. Y'all can find me on the Eagle Outlaw. Maybe, who knows? We'll see what's going on. Things going on. Anyway, hope you guys had a great one. And make sure y'all follow the socials, the Twitter, Instagram. Discord, you can talk to us live if you want. You can even say how, you can do hashtag Hate on Andros Day. Great holiday. And you can go follow us on YouTube, where you watch all our previous sessions, one-shots, and all that crazy things too. So, it's great.
Awesome. Well done on the socials. And below Eagle, we have Smitty. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Smitty. I play on Twitch games badly. And you can see that probably this weekend, where I play as a cowboy. And catch horses and play horse riding simulator. But yeah, anyway, thank you for being here. I enjoyed today. It was nice not dying, or at least having to heal. It was nice. Although someone did go down, but they're not with us, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm excited for next week.
Cool. And the other side of the screen, we have the very alive Rez. Take it away.
Hi. Thank you all for not having me killed this week. I've got a really cool new sword. Does a lot of damage. It's great. I love it. 4d6 plus all the other stuff. It's brilliant. Also, Grin and Maeve held hands. Dude, we compared notes. Our notes are so different, and they're so funny. They're so funnily different. However, I am live tomorrow and Sunday, doing some World of Warcraft tomorrow where I might have some of these lovely folk potentially pop in. Last week we did have the Eagle Outlaw. We had a great time together. I think everyone enjoyed it. Then on Sunday, I'll be doing some Fallout 4. Next week, more Fallout 4, and also Max Emerald, where I'll be speedrunning that. So that's fun. That's it. That's it from me. That's all.
Awesome. And above Rez, we have the German daddy, I think you called yourself this week on Twitch. Seb, take it away.
You know, it was funny at the time. Anyway, I'm Agent Zeb. I stream over on my channel. Variety content of all sorts. This week we did the Alchemist Simulator, the Potion Craft, and next week we stream again. What an absolute madness. We actually have a schedule. So Wednesdays and Thursdays, afternoons, I'm there. And I'm probably doing other games because I can never stick to one. But, you know, they come back. And probably having fun.
Awesome, because I'm usually free on a Wednesday, so that means I can watch. Cool. I've been enjoying your potion. What was it called? Potion Craft?
Potion Craft.
It's been pretty cool. It's pretty chill. Chill
Nice
game.
and chill. Yeah.
Yeah. And above Zeb, we have the Resident Diva Warlock, which I don't know if you said that today, did you?
I did.
Oh,
Didn't
okay.
I? Did I
I
not?
don't know.
Yes,
You
yes, you did.
No?
Yeah.
Some people saying no, some people
I
saying
didn't hear
yes.
it. I didn't hear it.
I also didn't hear
No,
it,
he
which is
said I
why I
didn't
was
hear
like,
Okay, it's been great fun playing she on the Resident Diva Warlock, who wasn't very diva today, but well, I mean, I talked about camels with Galoin, which was great fun. Now, you can find me, well, usually just lurking on the interwebs and here on the Natural Havoc channel. Yeah, looking forward to next week. It ended in a cliffhanger again, so I got all week to be. I mean, my maternity leave is coming up, so I'm gonna be sitting here all week like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I can't wait till it's Friday because I got fuck all to do. Ah! Right. I hope you guys have a great week and see you next time.
awesome. I am the Onion Soup, who apparently streams on Twitch. But it is potentially my last week for a while. Next week, as long as I'm feeling better, which I feel pretty good today, so hopefully that sticks around for Monday and Wednesday. But I'm going to be finishing Plague Tale Requiem next week. And then I'm gonna, if I finish the game, I'm going to take a bit of a break to focus on some real life things, as I'm going on a stag do next month. I got my wedding in April. I got a lot of stuff happening, new job, that sort of thing. So I got a lot to sort out. So I'm taking a bit of a big break. We'll see. Hopefully I come back. I'd love to, but we'll see. But I'll still be here because I love D&D, and I can't not play it. So yeah, I think I'm addicted. But yeah, that's me. Do we have someone to raid?
No. Of course we have. And it's a
We
guy.
do.
It's a guy called Matt,
Oh, it is.
and he's streaming.
All of them are called Matt. I swear, all the
All the best ones.
All the
All the
DMs.
best ones.
Yes.
Apart from Brennan Lee Mulligan, if you're watching this, no. He's a really good DM as well. He's really, really, really cool. His name's not Matt.
Don't you mean Brennan
Maybe his middle
Matt Lee
name.
Mulligan?
Yeah.
You don't know
know
what's in his passport.
Birth certificate, his name is Matt. Yeah.
His middle name is not Matt. Okay.
Who really has the name Brennan? It's not real.
Hey, he's a cool guy. Leave him alone.
He is.
It's just
I
his
like
He's
made up
an
name for
amazing
Matt.
DM. Also, I really want to. I spoke about this last week before we go into the raid stuff. Go and watch season 2 of The Legend of Vox Machina. 3 new episodes came out today. I'm buzzing for them, like vibrating, excited. And they also announced, like a couple of days ago, that they're going to be doing an animated series of The Mighty Nine, which is their second campaign, which is crazy cool because I was just like, oh, I love it. Yeah, so that's me.
I feel slightly called out now.
They-
Ain't no
yeah.
cliffhangers to
They do know their cliffhangers. Episode 3 of season 2, big cliffhanger. Go and watch it right now. It's on Amazon
go
Prime.
Watch it, Seb.
Go
Seb,
watch
go
it.
watch.
I have to sleep.
No, sleep
Watch
for the
it.
week.
Go watch it.
Even I've
It's
watched
so
it.
good.
That's what my baby says all
So
night, and I need sleep.
I think we
Go
all
watch
watched
it. Zeb,
Except
here's
for
your
Seb.
challenge. Here's your challenge. You have to watch 6 episodes between now and next week. That is 25 minutes a day for 6 days, and then you have a day off.
Or Erhard dies.
Or Erhard dies, confirmed.
I'll kill it. I'll do it.
Yeah, I will
I'll
stay
take
socially
Aldrin.
awkward with Erhard. And
Andros,
I'll never
Andros and
see
Grint,
any of them again.
Andros and Grint
Andros.
will hold hands and do it.
Andros will take your life essence and feed the Catha.
Better answer. Eliash somehow gives you the virus, and she doesn't have it anymore.
Exactly.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep. Fire her.
Watch it.
Fine.
Come on, you know you're gonna love it. Watch it.
Of course
Anyway,
I will, but I need to find time.
Yeah.
Don't worry, for all you chatters, we will keep you updated in Natural Habit Discord. Make sure you join the Discord and keep updated on what's going on with Zeb every single day of this week. You want to know, I want to know, we all want to know. We want to know, does Zeb watch it?
Okay. And on that note, raids. Are we raiding? They're called Matt?
Matt with power.
Oh, okay.
They're in their 25th session, and
Ooh.
they are English. Yay!
Woo!
One of
Boo.
them. Oh no! They're just in a blanket like I am. I was gonna say one of them is dressed as a penguin, but they're not.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, oh no, they're not English.
Yeah, I was also thinking like they're all German daddies. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Right, well,
Hashtag German daddies.
let's no, please. Let's go and let's go raid on over. Please, copy and paste the raid message when you're over there. We would absolutely love for you guys to share the love over there. And we can't wait for next week. And don't forget, if you come in late and miss the beginning, it'll be on YouTube, usually on like a Wednesday. So go check it out.
And
Awesome.
also, if the raid doesn't take you with us, because Twitch
Thank
isn't
you.
the best at the moment, you can click on this link after we've gone. But wait till we've gone.
Yes. Awesome. Cool. Guys, much love. Take care. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Friday. And we'll find out if Zeb's watched it or not. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.